Hello everyone, how's everyone doing? Vegan Kaz, Alexandra's here. Oh well, if Alexandra's here, we can all relax. So it's all good. Alexandra's here. Nothing bad can happen if Alexandra's here. I'm in Amsterdam. I'm on the next to the cheese store, really, but I tried a different angle now. Um, I haven't put up the signs yet, but I'm gonna do that now. This year looks epic. It does, doesn't it? We're gonna be having a good year this year. Okay, let's put up the signs. Let's put up those signs. Maybe we get some people having conversations with us meanwhile. Salgan is here. Vegan Kaz, young blood. Hey Raven, nice to see you here. Let me see if the camera is good. I think if we're gonna be having conversations somewhere here, well, if I'm here, then I need to move the camera a little bit more like this. Yeah, it's always, I can't stay for long. Hey, well, I'm happy you're here, VPM. Happy you're here. Okay. And maybe so that you see me in camera like this. Here we go. This is what we're looking for. This is the money shot. That's what it is. Yep, we're here. We're here, we're queer, get used to it. Well, I'm not, don't know if I'm queer, I don't know what I am. But yeah, looks like a beautiful day. Well, it's like 15, 16 degrees, a little bit sunny. Hey, wanna have a conversation?
Yes.
Are you okay being live on YouTube?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Okay. You wanna come here so that you're in view?
Yes.
Nice, love it. What's your name?
Chantal.
Chantal, I'm Chip. Nice to meet you.
Hi, Chantal.
Chantal, I'm an animal rights activist. I'm here to speak up for animals. How do you feel about animals?
I love animals. I have animals myself, so I love them. Yeah.
What animals do you have?
I have two little dogs.
Two little dogs. How do you see
Yes.
them? Do you see them like as objects around the house, or do you see them like as individuals? Members of your family, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, they are individuals because, like human people, they are also two different kind of dogs with a different attitude, a different behavior. So yeah.
Do you think we should treat animals like individuals, or should we objectify them?
I think you have to look at every animal itself and treat it like what they need to be, also like in my case, a good dog.
Yeah, yeah. So we should treat animals how they want to be treated, right?
Yes.
I completely agree with you. Do you think that, and this is a hypothetical scenario, and it may sound absurd, but bear with me. If I take a dog, I give them the best life, give them massages, give them the best whatever, but at the age of 2, I shoot them in the back of the head. They die instantly, they never see it coming, and they don't feel any pain. Do you think if I do that to them, would that be moral if I do it for, I don't know, for something that I want to use their body for?
Well, I don't. Well, if you treat an animal like yours and you be so kind with it, then how could you do this action? That's really not. I really cannot imagine that.
Well, I need to exercise, and they make a really good punching bag.
No, so I think it's a little bit like different because sometimes in countries you have like in the forest they want to keep the forest healthy, right?
Yeah.
So then they shoot the bears, the boars, and they shoot them. And somehow and they also have to practice. And somehow I can imagine that it's good because sometimes you have to keep the forest healthy.
Yeah.
But if it compares to me and my little dogs, no.
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 But this wouldn't be. I would selectively be doing this to dogs that I've been doing this. Like, imagine if it were a tradition that was happening in my family for a while now. Would it be bad for me to do this to a dog?
I don't, you
To
know.
selectively bring them to life, use them, give them the best life, and then shoot them, and then use their body as a punching bag.
Well, I just, for me, I just cannot imagine. I also think,
But would it be right or would it be wrong? That's what I'm curious.
would be right or would be wrong.
Can I join?
Yeah, sure. How old are you?
I'm 16.
Are
It's
you?
my
Oh,
son.
is your son? Is it
Yeah.
okay if he's
Yeah,
live
yeah,
also?
yeah.
Are you
Yeah.
okay being live?
Yeah.
Okay, I just need some consent. Okay, that's it. Can you come a little bit closer then? Yeah. Well, how do you feel about this situation? So, bringing a dog into existence, giving them the best life, and then shooting them and using their bodies as a punching bag.
Well, I think it depends on how they're being killed. I mean,
Oh, I shoot them in
think
the back of the head. They die instantly.
I would say that's morally wrong.
That's morally wrong.
Yeah.
Okay, so is there another way of killing them that would be morally right?
Um, well, let's say they have a disease and they're already going to die, and let's say the next year of their life is going to be very painful. I think putting them down at that time would be morally right.
But that's not about the way they're killed. That's about the reason behind killing them, right?
Yeah.
Like, it wouldn't be for my interest. It would be for their interest to kill them when they're in pain, right?
Yeah.
Like, if you see an animal suffering and you want to put them out of their miseries, type of situation. Okay, but if there's none of that, if I just look after my own selfish interest, is it justified for me to kill an animal? If there's no necessity behind it, right? Because I assume I can work.
I
out
think if
other
there's no
ways.
necessity behind it, then it's wrong.
Okay, and I agree with you. And now here comes the part where you switch around and you say that that's okay. What about the animals that we kill for food, for clothing, and all these other
But
situations?
that's different because that's a necessity.
Well, no, eating animals is not a necessity. No.
Well, it's how. I mean, since the beginning of time, it's how we lived as
Well, so my
humans.
family has done it for the beginning of time. They've
Yeah.
been killing dogs and using their bodies as punching bags. Doesn't mean that it's right, right?
And I think using the term using their body as a punching bag is a bit rough. There's very natural ways that animals are being killed.
Well,
Also,
it doesn't matter if it's natural or not, right? Like, at the end of the day, there's awful things happening in nature. We don't look at nature and say, yeah, I want to do that because it happens in nature, right?
yeah.
Rape is one of those examples. For example, it's very prevalent in nature. We don't just look at it and say like, well, then that must mean rape is okay, right? We stay away from nature and we form moral judgments. So we don't need to kill animals to eat them. We don't need to exploit them to use their bodies or anything like that. So how can it be justified to do so?
Well, take me for an example. I go to the gym a lot.
Me too.
I need 200 grams of protein a day,
I eat 300 grams of protein per day.
and it's something, especially with budget-wise.
First of all, I don't think you need 200 grams of protein per day. I'm a nutritionist, and I think 200 grams of protein per day is way too much. Like, do you weigh like 100 kilograms?
I weigh 70.
Yeah, no, 200 is way too much. It's beyond any limit that you would ever need.
So
200
why do you eat
grams.
300?
Why do I eat 300?
Yeah.
I just move a lot, and I have to eat a lot, and it just so happens that I eat a lot. I don't focus on protein specifically. It's just because I eat a lot. I eat like 5,000 calories a day.
Well, it's from my research. I understand that I have to eat 200.
Well, no, you have to eat 1.6 grams per kilogram of body weight.
Okay.
But either
But
way,
okay,
doesn't
yeah.
matter. Even if
And
you
then
even if
you
you
need
if,
to-
even if you need 200 grams, you can get 200 grams without the violation of without violating the
But
rights of
then-
animals.
There's just the budget-wise.
It's also
let's
cheaper,
say-
yeah.
It's not cheaper.
Oh, it's monumentally cheaper. Actually, you can also notice that if a correlation around the world that the poorest countries in the world are mostly plant-based because most of the foods that are cheap are plant-based. In fact, animal products are generally the most expensive ones. And the only reason why they're even so cheap is because they're subsidized. So you're not just paying animal products the price through the price that you're paying for them, but you're also paying for them through your taxes. So they're actually way more expensive than that.
Like what plants would you say give you more protein than, let's say, steak?
Well, soy chunks is the easiest solution. It's 50% protein.
What is it?
Soy chunks
Oh,
or TVP, they're very, very high in protein. Tofu is a very good alternative also. Tempeh is a very good alternative. Seitan is a good alternative. Those are high sources of protein on a plant-based diet. And the good thing about them is that their protein per calorie is higher than most animal products, so you can definitely get a lot of protein. In fact, you can get too much protein if that's what you're going for, but I hope you don't go for that. I hope you go for being healthy. So anyway, we can be healthy. We can adopt any form of diet that you want on that. So how is it justified for us to exploit and slaughter animals?
Yeah, that's hard. Huh? That's
It's hard.
hard. Yeah. So well, no, that's hard. Anyhow, if we buy meat, then it's not that much actually, but then it's like bio, only bio, because I know that they have, I pay better a little bit more and know this is good meat. The animal had a good life.
Yeah, like I do with my dogs, right? I treat
Yeah.
them I give them a very good life. My neighbor
Yeah.
gives them a shit life, and then they slaughter them for using their bodies as punching bags. But I
Yeah.
give them an excellent life, and I use their bodies as
Yeah.
punching bags. But
Yeah.
even in the situation when you give them a great life, it doesn't really justify taking that life
No,
away.
I know, but that's just how I do it then, because I think at least that is what I can do. Yeah.
But for example, for the dairy industry, do you
Yeah.
know anything about the dairy industry? So why do cows produce milk?
for their calves.
Exactly, for their babies. So do you think they get pregnant when they want to, or do you think farmers impregnate them?
Farmers impregnate them.
Exactly.
Yeah, because
It's raping, right? Essentially, that's what it is. It's against their will. We get them pregnant. In fact, we do it in a way that we use a dildo where we put it in the ass of a bull, and we electrically stimulate them to get their sperm. Then we take that sperm and we put it in the hands. We put our hands in the anus of a cow to hold their cervix, and then we inject semen in their vagina. This is called artificial insemination. It's the standard practice worldwide, and they do it because it's called safe for the cow. But in fact, they do it because it's the cheapest, easiest way to impregnate a cow. When the babies are born, they take them away from their mothers. Why do you think they do that?
I think it has all to do with the milk. Yeah, no, I know they put them away, and I think that's
Because otherwise the
that's
baby will drink the
totally
milk.
sad, because they will drink the milk, and that's really sad
So
because
this cow becomes a mother against her will, then her baby is taken away from her.
yeah.
If the baby is born male, they don't produce milk. So what do you think happens to them?
They get killed.
Exactly. They either get killed straight away, or depending on the farm, they grow up to the age of 2 or 3, and then they get killed. And the females, they stay separated from their mother, repeated impregnation, exploited for their milk, same as their mothers. And at the age of 6 or 7, they get killed. And cows can live 24 years. Why do you think they kill them that early?
For the meat.
Because they don't grow as much.
Yeah, they don't produce much, exactly. And sometimes they don't even look at their production. They're just like, what, at the age of 6 years old, we just kill them directly.
Yeah, it's
Like they
nothing
have like a
working.
standard procedures in place. Is this fair to treat an animal this way for a product we don't even need?
No, for me not.
No.
Like you use the skin from from the snake or so. You don't kill it because you want to have the skin for nice shoes or whatever. No.
Oh well,
it's-
they do kill snakes for
I
shoes,
know, but I mean,
Yeah.
I not agree with that.
Yeah, yeah. So do we as consumers have any responsibility in the matter for this happening to cows, for example?
Yeah, definitely.
Yes, of course. Yes.
And what can we do about it?
So Elias, what can we do about it? Well, for sure, take care that we don't do it anymore. But yeah,
I mean, the least we can do is not pay them to do it, right? That's
yeah.
the least we can do.
But I think saying like quitting, that's just something that's not going to happen ever.
Quitting what?
Like going full vegan, to a lot of people, that's something that they wouldn't do. So
But let's not look at what other people are doing. Let's take our own responsibility in our own hands, and deal with our own responsibility instead of looking at other people, pointing a
Yeah.
finger at them and saying, look what they're doing with their responsibility, right? Because there's a lot of shitty people in this world today, and we
Yeah.
don't look at them and say, well, they're doing something shitty, I should be allowed to do something shitty also, right? We just say, I want to rise above it. Do you want to rise above it, or do you want to go with the other people and just follow what everyone else does? Even though it is against your own values, as we've established.
I think as well, every little step starts with yourself
Yeah.
in all cases. But I think you was mentioning it more general, that it's hard to.
Well, I'm not asking you to change the world, just to be clear. I'm just asking you to take responsibility for
But
your
I
own
think
actions.
you are right. The steps start with yourself. You have to feel great with how you are doing it, and
Yeah.
how you taking the responsibility with how you take care for the animals and what you eat and how
Yeah.
the things works.
I have
Yeah.
a question.
Sure.
I go to a boarding school in England, and the meals that we get, they're very simple. It's either the only protein source that I can get is chicken. There's no other protein source. We usually never get tofu.
What would happen if you're allergic?
If you're allergic to,
Meat.
well, there's plant options, but they're not very high in protein. That's what I'm trying to say.
Okay. Can you
So-
get like a protein bar on the side?
Yeah, but they're very expensive.
How expensive are they?
We have a vending machine. They're £4.
Well, you can order some at home and get them from home. Like it's like €2.
Yeah, but then it's again, it's like
1.7
the price
pounds.
thing. It's one protein bar that's 20 grams of protein.
Yeah.
Let's say for me, I need 200. I'm not going to eat 10 protein bars a day.
No, no, no. You don't have to eat 10, 20. Like, I also don't think like chicken has that much protein. And if you're so concerned with protein, like I also fail to see how, in your worldview, it's justified to build muscle by slaughtering animals. Like, is that what you're trying to say? Like, is that it's justified because
No, but
you want
there's
to
just
build
no other
muscle?
option for me.
Well, it seems like there's always the option for you to try to not build muscle. By the way, I'm just putting it out there, but I'm not advocating for that because I am also, I'm a power lifter. I like lifting heavy. I like building muscle, so I understand that. But for sure, you can find a solution, right? Like, let's just put it this way: if all like you find out tomorrow there's a virus that ramages through the cows, the chickens, the pigs, because we keep them confined. And not only that, we keep them confined, genetically they're very similar. So if a virus attacks one, it's very easy that all of them get infected easily. In fact, a lot of the times the flus that animals suffer, the reason why they become so infectious so fast is because all of the animals are almost genetically identical. So let's imagine that they ravage through all the animals, and farmers say, "Oh shit, we don't have any more of these animals. We're gonna start doing it to cats and dogs. We kill some of them anyway in the pound. Might as well we raise them for meat, use them, and then kill them." Would you pay for dog meat to get your protein, or would you try to find a solution?
Well, if it tastes the same. And
So if it tastes the
it's-
same, you don't have a
if-
problem with killing dogs.
No, if it's. I mean, at that point, I think I would rather not have my protein, but that's just because dogs are something that humans have grown very close to. Compare that with a chicken.
Doesn't really matter, does it? At the end of the day, I know nothing about you. You're not close to me. Doesn't mean I have the right to exploit and slaughter you, right?
Yeah.
Just because you have some form of value and you say chickens don't mean anything to you, that's perfectly fine. But that doesn't mean they don't mean anything to them. Their life matters to them just as like your life matters to you, right?
Yeah.
It's not, the reason why it's wrong to kill a human is not because humans matter to me, to anyone, right? Like, I'm sure you don't know half the humans that live in Amsterdam, and if
course.
either of them dies, you're not fazed by it because you don't know who they are. But you understand that you wouldn't kill them because their life matters to them and your life matters to you. Even if there were no repercussions to you, I'm sure you would understand that, right? So it's the same for any other animal. The fact that you choose to see chickens as an object and dogs as an individual doesn't mean that the chicken is not an individual. It just means that you see them that way. Just like how men saw women as objects to be used around the house, as objects for before women had rights, women were thought to be there for man's enlightenment, for man's, to be better. I don't think that was right, but still they chose to see them that way because they could, right? I don't think we should choose to see individuals because we can, however we want just to get up something out of them, should we?
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, so, like, I understand it can seem like a bit weird and I'm a stranger to you and I'll give you resources to look into it, but I only try to make all these cases and all these arguments and try to explain them to you because there really is no good argument to say against it, right? There is no good argument to not be vegan. We all should be vegan. Everyone in the planet should be. It's just the ones that could be, the ones that, like us, the ones who live in a civilized society where it is cheaper, where we have an abundance of choice, we choose to find, I don't know how to put it, reasons to not do it. But in reality, we can do it, and it's kind of selfish to not try, right? Just not try. That's how I see it.
Yeah.
Again, imagine if it were dogs, huh?
Yeah, that's why I think it's important to be really aware of it. I think that's the most important thing.
Aware and action, right? Because if I'm aware that I'm hurting women, doesn't mean nothing if I continue doing it, right?
No, okay, that's true. Yeah, yeah.
Right.
yeah.
It's being aware and actually doing something about it. Let me give you some cards. Thank you for stopping by. You can get a lot of protein, as much protein as you want, especially if you live in the UK. There's a documentary here called Dominion, which shows what animals go through. And Challenge 22, they hook you up with a dietitian. They send you recipes every day, and they help you go vegan for
Okay.
free. So any concern you have, they can help you out with that. So even if you ever want to consult a dietitian, maybe now would be your best chance to do it, because 200 grams of protein, man. Unless you're like, I don't know, bulking hard and or cutting or something, and you need to, when you're cutting, you need to increase your level of protein so that you don't lose muscle. But otherwise, you don't need that much protein. That's way too much. You may also down the line suffer from it. I'm just telling you, like, as an advice. You do you. You can also do that on a plant-based diet, but I'm just telling you that might be a bit too much.
Understand?
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you for stopping by,
Thank
and
you.
please watch one of those documentaries, okay?
I will have a look. I will have a look.
Thank you. Have a good one. Cheers. She was very nice. Her son was thick. He was a little bit of. I started a 40-day raw vegan juice cleanse 5 days ago. Oh, please don't do Marcos the raw vegan stuff. It's going great so far, and my goal is to reset my gut microbiome. Marcos, I don't think that's a good idea. That's pretty pseudoscientific. I hate to be that guy. I don't want to tell you that, but good conversation. I feel like she was open-minded. She was definitely. Her son was like, well, I don't know if he was peacocking or just saying that he needs 200 grams of protein. Protein, man. 200 grams. Who needs 200 grams of protein at 70 kg? You don't need that much. That's way too much. Juice cleanse is great. I just spoke to someone today who did one, and they say they felt fabulous. Doesn't matter how you feel, Badger. Juice cleanse, all cleanse is pseudoscience. You know, your liver detoxifies and cleans everything you need. If you want to, I don't know, eat less or just eat a certain thing, do it, but don't think it will impact your health positively. It may also impact your health negatively, because just eating certain micronutrients, or when you just drink juice, you're going to eat very little calories, so it can also affect you negatively. But depends on which situation you are in, right? Like if you're a person who eats a lot in general, drinking just juice will help you eat less, so you'll feel better regardless, right? I'm just saying, don't buy into the raw vegan juice trend. It's crap. It's pseudoscience. That's actually how I started my channel, by the way. The first video I made was on this detox crap. That was the first video I made. Because I was just like fed up with it. I'm like, come on, bro. And calcium and fats. Yeah, Nick, you're right. Smoothies with hemp seeds, soy yogurt, wheat germ, nut butter, stuff like that is also very clean. At least contributes fiber and protein. Yeah, no, that's true. I'm just like, I think what I want to say is don't buy into the clean diet fad. There's no such thing as a clean diet or unclean diet. You know, they all turn to shit. All food turns to shit. All of it. Carbs is very bad. Yeah, no, it's not. Carbs are very healthy. What do you mean? You want to have a conversation? Why would carbs be bad? Carbohydrates are an important macronutrients in every diet. Do what you enjoy, but please make sure it's got scientific backing. No, you do what you want. I'm just telling you my opinion. Okay, sorry, but for me, it's my life. I want to do what I want, free. I am 15 years vegan and forever. No, Marcus, again, yeah, you do what you want. I didn't mean to say it that way. Like, you do what you want, and I'm just telling you, don't believe the hype that they're saying with this, right? Like, at the end of the day, do whatever you want. Just don't go for the hype, because the hype, if you're just doing it because of the hype, then you might be suffering for nothing, right? Like, all I'm trying to say is, like, if you starve yourself and you do all of this and you feel better, maybe just because of some placebo effect, then you might be doing something bad to yourself for nothing. So, but if you want to continue doing it, why would I have a problem with that? You do you know. That's all I wanted to make sure that it's clear that there's no scientific backing that it does anything good. Carbs should be 45-65 part of a diet. Yeah, completely agree. Didn't the microbiome already change because of a plant-based diet? That should be enough, right? I mean, depends, right? The microbiome depends, right? Obviously, eating high fiber will do wonders on your microbiome, um, but it doesn't necessarily mean that if you're on a plant-based diet, you're going to be eating high fiber. I mean, it's very difficult to not eat at least the regular amount of fiber, at least more than what the average person eats on a plant-based diet. But yeah. Marcos, I really feel great. Marcos says I really feel great these 5 days, and I am working with my body very hard these days too. Yeah, Marcos, that's fine. Just I'm just telling you, be careful, okay? Because, you're here. I like you. I'm only telling you this because I like you, Marcos. You do you. Just you know, be careful if you find yourself low in energy or anything like that. It might be because you're not eating enough calories or stuff. I will enjoy my animal abuse sandwiches. Really good. You should try it sometimes. Like Lara, I don't like animal abuse, but you seem to be okay with it for a sandwich. It's kind of insane, but that's the position you hold. What can I do about it? I hope you get to change your mind and realize that it's wrong to abuse animals for a fucking sandwich. Genuine question, what do you do for a living? I'm a software engineer. Outside of this, because I also do this. Sandwiches is carbs. He says it's good for you. Well, I'd never claim that they're not good for you. Animal abuse can be good for you. It can be good for you to abuse an animal. Doesn't mean you should do it. Stop halal then. Halal is just as bad as any other method of slaughter. They're all awful. Long time no see. Linda, nice to see you here. You were the first to find the number, huh? Did you see the decoy also, Linda? I put it specifically for you. You know what, Linda? In one of the next snapshots, I'm gonna put your name there. I eat meat but feel bad for the animals. Well, why don't you stop then? You can always stop and choose something else, can't you? Oh, the decoy was an edit. The decoy was there from the beginning. It was so blurry. Ah, okay. Yeah. Hello, what are you doing, mister? Well, I'm holding a sign that says, can I ask you something? I'm in Amsterdam. I'm waiting for people to come to me to have a conversation. And we're going to be having a conversation about, justice, animal rights, and other things. I think with all the development of humankind, we can make meat in a laboratory without harming animals. Yeah, we for sure can. But if you guys are going to continue paying for the harming of animals, then that's not going to happen, is it? Is raw carnivore diet crazy stuff? Oh, it's stupid. It's not just crazy. Raw carnivore is beyond stupid. Like if raw vegan is what it is, it's kind of silly. The raw carnivore is stupid. It's like raw carnivore has. It's like it's like playing the Russian roulette, isn't it? The raw carnivore diet is like playing the Russian roulette. At some point, you might get fucked badly, and you might die. But that's okay because you feel alive when you do it. I'm alive. I feel so good. That must mean the Russian roulette is good for you. Exactly that. You can survive on a raw carnivore diet. You can't survive on a raw vegan diet. Oh, brother. I forgot veganism is gay. I forgot it. I forgot to ban you. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It won't happen again. I'm sorry, man. Should I force my pets to be vegan? Well, if you claim that you are against animal exploitation and you are vegan yourself, then you have options for your pets also. There is specially formulated plant-based options for both cats and dogs, and research shows that they thrive on it, and in fact they outlive the animals that are on an omnivorous diet. So I don't know, if you care about animals, it sounds like you should, but maybe you don't. You wanna have a conversation? Saving animals and being a hero is gay. Well, gay means cool on this channel, so I guess that is gay. I mean, Dian, I understand you're here to spread misinformation and you feel extremely insecure about your diet, and that's fine. As I said, right, like playing the Russian roulette will make you feel more alive, but it's still fucking dangerous. Cats are vegan now? No, I never said cats are vegan. I said there are specially formulated plant-based options for cats. And they outlive, the cats that choose those options outlive the cats that don't. Do people actually still use gay as a prerogative in 2026? Sean Redfield, sadly, there is a rise in homophobia, yes. Again, it's because the people who never understood what's wrong with homophobia, they never actually stopped being homophobic. They just ended up being in the shadows. So now they're like, why is that wrong? So they don't know why it's wrong, and they end up, now that they can be homophobic, now that the American president is a homophobic piece of shit, rapist, they are now thinking, they're feeling empowered in their own bigotry, so they have no problem being bigoted. And by the way, if you are going to be feeding your pets on a plant-based diet, make sure you do the specially formulated one, not something that you build yourself, because taurine, for example, is not something you can get unless it is, like for example on the plant-based options, it is made using precision fermentation, but taurine is something that they get normally from animal products, and that's why it makes cats, for example, obligate carnivores. Yeah, dogs shouldn't eat dairy, it's really bad for them. I don't have enough knowledge on the nutrition of dogs specifically. I just look at the scientific evidence, and we have scientific evidence showing that cats and dogs can be very healthy in plant-based diets, specifically formulated ones. And why would I have a problem with that? Alexandra says many trolls today. Yeah, Alexandra, they always troll. They feel so insecure about themselves, you know. That's why I made the troll, huh? That's why I made that poll. Because, you know, they come in here, they feel insecure about their choices, and then they decided to troll because they think that if we become insecure or if we become agitated, then their insecurity is somehow validated because everyone around them is insecure, right? Isn't that how insecurity works? If everyone around you is insecure, then you feel bad about your own insecurity. Collagen, your body produces collagen. You just need to eat enough vitamin A and certain amino acids. But otherwise your body produces collagen, which is easy to get on a plant-based diet. But either way, we're not here speaking about food. I understand a lot of you are cannot think with your brain, but we're here to speak with our brains, not our stomachs. We're here to put our instincts and on the side and try to think rationally. You want to have a conversation? And in thinking rationally, we know for a fact that we don't need to consume animal products. So how is it morally justified to exploit innocent animals to death when there is no need for it? Huh? Look like you're lacking in vitamin B. There's no such thing as vitamin B. But that's okay. Maybe you'll learn eventually some form of nutrition. Vitamin B is not a vitamin. There is such a thing as a, well, there's a category of vitamins under vitamin B, but there isn't one particular vitamin B. All my dogs are rescued and plant-based. They are happy, healthy, and thriving. Well, nice to see you here, Vegan Tina. Always a pleasure. And yes, that's what we want, huh? They're happy, healthy, and thriving. You know, the funny thing is, a lot of people are like getting pets or animals, and they just do it because at some point they feel like empty, some emptiness inside. They a lot of the times pay for a breeder. They get the cutest dog that they can find, and then once they realize that they have responsibilities towards that animal, they start becoming well, they don't like it anymore, so they become kind of assholes to those animals. And it's kind of ironic because I feel like a lot of these people who are like, well, what about my pet? They're usually just dodging their own responsibility, but it's just reminiscent of something they probably would do with their pets only, also, right? They probably don't even care that much about their pets, because if you do care about your pet and somebody's saying, well, this food is monumentally superior for your pet, why would you say then, oh no, I'm going to choose to give them what I think is better? Why? If you have data showing that one is better. That's right, because you don't really care about them. They're just another object around the house to fulfill your emotional needs and wants, not something, not a someone to you. Why I quit being vegan after N years? Will this be you? Well, the only reason why that would be me is why I stopped calling myself that. You wanna have a conversation? But me not ever consuming animal products? No. Why would I? There's no reason for that. Calling myself vegan? Yeah, probably. Probably there would be a lot of, I could see a lot of reasons why I would stop calling myself that. Because of the Leslie Cross cucks specifically. uh, for those of you that don't know, there is a cult within the vegan movement called the Leslie Cross cucks, where they idolize Leslie Cross and they worship him to the point that they think veganism is about worshiping him rather than animals. So, if you wanna have a conversation, that becomes bigger, then what can I do? Hi, I am live on YouTube though. Are you okay being live on YouTube?
On YouTube?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I suppose.
Are you? Do you want to do it also? Only him? Okay. You wanna come here so that you're here?
Well, see, I'm a dumb Australian, mate.
You're a dumb Australian? Doesn't matter. You don't have to be smart.
No?
No.
I don't have to be smart.
What's your name?
My name's Duncan, Dr. Duncan.
Duncan. Dr. Duncan. But you said you're a doctor?
Yes, I'm a doctor.
Like medicine doctor? Or
No, I've got a famous beer.
you got a famous beer?
Yeah, it's called Dr. Duncan's Parched Asbro Pale Ale.
That's interesting in Australia, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. What brings you here in Amsterdam? Are you like
Um,
testing more beers and stuff?
Oh, the wife's family live in Den Bosch,
okay.
So we just thought we'd spend a couple of days wandering around. I've been over to England and Isle of Man for the TT, for the motorbikes.
I
So
saw that,
see that.
yeah,
So that's another one of my passions. So I'm a doctor with my suspension on motorbikes. Everyone comes, I race bikes. They say, if you've got a problem with your suspension, go and see Dr. Duncan, because he'll fix it up for you.
So you're good at fixing suspensions on bikes.
I'm a jack of all trades.
Jack of all trades?
Yes.
I can appreciate that. I'm also kind of a jack of all trades with a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
But specifically why I'm here,
Yeah.
I'm here speaking with people about animals. How do you feel about animals?
I love animals, yes.
You love
Very
animals.
much, so much, yes.
Like, do you think, because I don't know if you know, there's people who treat animals like objects. Do you think animals should be treated like objects, or should they be treated like individuals?
Well, I believe us humans probably get so attached to our animals. When they pass, I think we mourn more about our animals than we do our parents or our whoever passes or friends. So
I mean, because they were part of us, right? They were so close to
because
us.
I think they're so, dogs, cats, whatever animal you have, they're so loyal. So I think we treat our animals and understand our animals probably better than some people,
Yeah.
because they're always happy to see us, and they want attention if it's a cat or a dog, or could be a bird, could be anything. Yeah.
I understand some people do that, and I agree with you. The question is, should we treat them like that? Should we, or not even like that? Should we give them the bare minimum and say, you're an individual, you have certain interests, I will at least try to look after your interests and respect your interests.
I would treat them as well as I would treat a human, as someone.
Okay. Okay. So say for instance, this is a hypothetical scenario. Say for instance, I take dogs, I bring them into existence,
Yes.
give them an excellent life.
Yes.
It's a hypothetical example, and it may sound absurd, but bear with me.
Yes.
And at around 2 years old, when they're at their biggest, I shoot them in the back of the head,
Yes.
and then I use their bodies as a punching bag. They don't feel pain because they die instantly. They never see it coming.
Yeah. I don't know why you would do that, but
Because I want to exercise. Say if I do that for exercise, would that be right or would that be wrong?
well, if that's what you would do, I wouldn't call you a friend. I wouldn't to be talking to you now. I'd be gone.
So you'd say it's wrong, right?
100%. Yes.
Yeah. But question is, why is that wrong? Because I do need to exercise, and that is a form of exercise for me.
But you're treating that living creature like it's nothing. And
Well, I'm giving them the respect, right? I'm giving them a good life, and then I'm shooting them.
I understand that does happen, and especially in, if you have, say, you have a cattle dog,
Yeah.
a dog that you've got just to work for you, and it's past its working life, and you need to move it on and get the new one in. Some people could do that.
And you think that's moral?
I can't do it. I wouldn't be able to do it.
Because you wouldn't find that right? You'd still
No,
find it
I
wrong.
wouldn't. But if that's what happens, that's what happens. I just don't want to know about it, and I wouldn't do it. No.
I
But,
appreciate that, and I'm more interested in how you feel about it, right? More than anything. And
well,
so-
I would feel very bad because I'm very passionate about animals, and I love animals, and I always get a connection with animals. So for me to do that would be totally. I couldn't do that unless that animal was like I had to put my dog down because
oh, for their interest, like they're suffering or something.
that's
That's a different
right.
thing, right?
And-
but
and-
if
and-
it's in your interest to kill them, you wouldn't.
no,
Okay.
not at all.
And here comes the next question, which most people flip, and then they start justifying it. Then they start saying, no, it's okay to kill them then. What if I do it for food?
For food,
Yeah, not necessary food, just food in general. Like if I want to eat dog flesh, is it justified for me to kill dogs to eat their flesh?
well, we do that with sheep. We do it with cattle. I'm sure there is certain races and people that do it for food. I would think it's wrong because dogs in my society are animals and pets, but in other societies, maybe they could be for food.
So you just go by what society tells you, right? Like you don't really have a reason why it's wrong to do this to a dog. You just say if society starts saying that it's right to do it to a dog, you'll also find it right to do it to dogs. I'm just curious, like why is it right to do it to cows but wrong to do it to dogs?
Well, that's right. It's only the way we've been brought up, I would say.
Yeah.
Because that's what we're used to, and I wouldn't. That's why I'm a bit unsure about if we do it for dogs, because if we were brought up, dogs being a source of food.
Yeah, I'm sure we do it also, but
We probably would, and if you had certain dogs they were just bred for food, then maybe we would think differently. But
no, but right now you see dogs as the individuals that they are,
Yes.
and you wouldn't do that to them because you know there's no necessity for you to do so.
Correct.
But do you think there's any necessity for you to do this to other animals? And you are cognizant enough to know that all these other animals are also individuals. They also want to live their life.
Correct.
So do you think it's fair that we say you were born a cow, you deserve to be shot in the head? You were born a dog, you deserve some form of love.
Well, that is a twist to how we perceive things in life. Yes, and it's very, very difficult to justify it. Yes, but that's how I was brought up, I suppose, and I tend to look at a cow or a sheep or a chicken as a source of food. Yes,
But
that-
they're individuals, right?
But if I know, and then there's people that have farms or little mini farms that do get attached to a cow or a sheep and that, and then they would find it hard to put that down and eat it.
Yeah.
So, the, yes, I know what you're saying with cows and that. Yes, they are a living creature, and and that's why I suppose some people don't eat any meat.
They're not just living creature, they're an individual who
They
has
are.
emotions, feelings,
Oh, for sure.
and thoughts. In fact, we recently discovered that cows are extremely intelligent.
Oh.
Like they can use a tool with multiple purposes, which is something we've only observed in bonobo monkeys.
Yes.
So they're like very, very intelligent animals, and
Yep.
we've been using them for thousands of years, and only recently we realized they can do that. So it's also shows kind of it's an indication of how society treats these animals, that we don't even know how intelligent they are.
Oh, I'm sure they're very intelligent, and yeah, we haven't really understood them for all these years. Correct.
Yeah.
But are we going to change that?
Well, the question is whether we get to change that or not, right? I don't think we're responsible for the system or everything that happens out there, but we are responsible for the choices we're making.
Yeah.
So while you may not be able to change the system, you could change the life for certain animals, because there are certain animals out there, like cows, chickens, pigs, sheep, who have your name on them, and you get to decide whether they live their life or get exploited to death.
I understand that, but I don't think that will probably change me, because I do enjoy eating those foods.
But
you
is
know.
it really is it just because I understand that maybe there's this thing that creates a little bit of a how should I put this inner conflict, because we like these foods, but at the same time we acknowledge the injustice that we're participating in. But isn't it that in these moments we realize who we are as the better individuals? Are we the ones who will say, well, my taste pleasure matters more than their whole existence, not just of one animal, but of hundreds of animals each year? Or can I just get taste pleasure in other ways and
Well, I
put this
can,
behind?
yeah, and I know I have made my own. What is it? It's called seitan.
Satan, yeah.
Yeah, I've made that, and I really enjoyed it, and I understand that I can get, the nutrients out of making that without harming an animal. Yeah, so and that was fine. I think it's something we could probably do a lot more of.
Not just a lot more of, but only that, right? Like my point is that why would we ever choose? Because if you ask yourself this, like, is it ever justified to choose to exploit an innocent animal to death if there is no need for it?
Well, what about if there was though? What about if there's an overpopulation of them and there's not enough food for them and there's not enough food for the people, but we've got all these animals that are dying anyway because there's not enough land and enough food. So what do you do then?
Well, I can answer that, but just to be clear, this cannot happen, because if we have enough food, like we grow these animals into existence, right? They don't breed on their own. We bring them into existence. That's what farming is. We bring them.
We got kangaroos
the numbers
in Australia that are wild,
Yeah.
and there's too many.
We'll get to the wild animals,
Yeah,
but to
yeah.
the domestic animals specifically,
Yeah.
the reason why there are so many of them is because we bring them into existence. When it comes to the wild animals, the reason why there are so many of them is because we fucked with their ecosystems. We destroyed their predators, so they're now in a position where they multiply without having any form of anybody stopping them. There's no predators. There's nothing. There's no natural selection, natural stopping point for them. So we say, well, let's create an artificial stopping point. But I would say that's just as unethical, because in that situation, then why don't we create an artificial stopping point for humans? Since humans are anyway the ones who are decimating the environment, who are destabilizing every form of ecosystems. And when it comes to a human being, we wouldn't say, well, let's go shoot the human beings because they are destroying the ecosystems.
No.
We still try to fight for their rights, and even this, even in all these solutions, why would our go-to be shooting them? Why wouldn't we be trying to relocate them, trying to give birth control?
What would you do if we had all these millions of cows and sheep and horses and
That we brought into existence?
well,
Well, my solution is to no longer bring them into existence. That's what I'm saying.
right?
Because by not consuming animal products, you no longer bring them into existence of exploitation and death.
Well,
But
Good luck with that. Jeez.
yeah, but why do you choose to continue paying for the exploitation of innocent animals? Because you said you're an animal lover. Like, can you truly be an animal lover if you choose to demand violence and exploitation from an animal?
Ah, well, there's always two sides to the story, mate. You know, I would, you know, I like me food, and so many people do, and I don't mind eating, you know, like you said, the satan stuff, but
But what
No.
about the animals when you make these choices, right? Because that's the question. It's not just
Yeah.
about you liking what you like.
I know. Look, I don't know your answer for that, mate. You know. Anyway, I'm going to go because I need a beer, and beer
Yeah.
is made out of natural products.
Sure.
And
I'll give you a card, okay? But
there'll be no animals harmed in the beer that is made.
sometimes animals are harmed also in the production of beer, sadly.
Oh.
We use animals in all sorts of ways. It's just, again,
Well,
like,
not in Dr. Duncan's parched as, bro.
well, that's good. At
Oh,
least, at
I'm
least
pretty
that.
sure
At least
that's
that. I hope so.
All
Um,
right, mate. No worries.
There's a
Look,
documentary here called Dominion, which is actually
all
filmed
right,
in
yeah.
Australia.
Oh, fantastic.
Can you give that a watch?
I will.
And until you watch that, can you choose to not consume any animal products? For the animals, not for me, not for you, but for them.
After I've watched it, I'll make my decision.
After you watch it, make your decision. But until you watch it, I'm not asking you to do it forever. Until you watch it, choose to no longer put any animal to slavery, exploitation, slaughter, all of this. Just
I'll give
until
it a
you
damn
watch
good go.
I appreciate you, man.
Thanks, man.
Have a good one.
Cheers.
Cheers. Have a good one.
We don't have a budget.
It seems like when I'm calm and collected, they kind of understand the message a little bit better, don't they? Your brain is harmed during the ingestion of beer. It's true. It's true, huh? What did they call it in that show with the blue aliens? Not just show, but the comics. Mild poison. The vegan cuck at it again. What's the problem with being a cuck? If it's consensual, it's their it's their own deal. Don't kink shame people. We're not here to kink shame people. We're here to let people do their own consensual things. But you, William Horatio, may have an issue because you may not know what consent is. You may be just be the type of person who says, well, this individual is not doing what I want them to do. You may just see the world as something you can manipulate and arrange to your liking, and if things don't fall into place, then you will exploit and slaughter the individuals who make it so. The irony is off the charts. Nah, I'm here to fight for animal rights, bro. I couldn't give two shits about what you put in your mouth. That's the difference. A lot of you don't really understand that, and I understand a lot of you feel attacked personally or something. But that's because you probably acknowledge the responsibility you have for the exploitation, abuse, and slaughter that you cause to these innocent animals. Right? I'm an animal rights activist. I'm here to fight for the rights of animals. You choosing to violate the rights doesn't mean that I'm fighting against your worldview or what you want to do. It means that I'm fighting for the rights of every sentient being on this planet to be able to live freely and have a good experience of life. Just like I am, just like you are, and just like probably they deserve to also. That's it. Yeah, William Horatio, I see you running away, calling it now morality subjective. I'm pretty sure that, William, if you believe in human rights, then there is no reason why animal rights shouldn't exist. Dr. Duncan beer used animals? Nah, shit. So he does do that. Well, maybe at least you'll look into it and not do that anymore. Who knows? Pia is here. Hello, Pia. Chip, have you tried being more personable? William Angus, have you tried not explaining animals? I'm sorry, sir. Let me give you a smile on my face. When exactly is the right time for you to stop oppressing innocent animals, cutting their fucking throats off? Is this better? Are you going to stop cutting the throats off of animals? You little good guy, you. Are you going to stop oppressing those innocent animals? Are you going to stop the violence? Are you going to be a big boy now and actually stop demanding violence? You think you can do that? You think it's nice? Come on, you can do that. You can do that. Come on. Don't be an oppressive piece of shit. Sorry, everyone. I'm just poking fun at the people. Might as well. Now you're just being patronizing. Well, William Angus, you see, I don't. If you don't like watching me, you don't have to watch me. Nobody's asking you to be here. You can always swipe away. If you don't, you're welcome to sit here and listen and have conversations with me. But this isn't about me. This isn't about my tone. This is about animal rights. And I hope you understand that. Sometimes we talk about me, sometimes we talk about other things, but I'm here to speak about animals in general. Vreți să faceți un experiment social? Romanians. Said it in Romanian, sometimes they go like, oh. Do you accept morality is subjective? I just explained to you, William. Morality is indeed subjective, but if you believe in human rights, then according to your own values, you should believe in animal rights also. There is no morality is subjective, but it is objectively applied. There's such a you want to have a conversation? There's such a thing called as the veil of ignorance. Morality has to be applied using the veil of ignorance. Otherwise, saying morality is subjective will literally justify a racist saying, "Oh, morality is subjective. It's moral for me to kill people of a different race." It doesn't work that way, brother. It just doesn't work that way. So it's pretty simple. And then you say straw man. So that's funny. Nah, you don't know what a straw man is. But you know, you're welcome to debate me whenever you want to. There's a link in the description, and you can contact me and debate me. Although we both know you won't, because nobody ever does try to debate me, because you know they have no argument against it. You wanna have a conversation?
About what?
Animals.
Animals.
But how old are you?
I'm 16.
Oh, you can't be on camera. Never mind. Have a good one. Cheers. I think you are dumb. That's the problem. Well, William, resorting to ad hominems won't literally make your argument any better. But that's perfectly fine. You probably, you know, you got your ego hurt. You realize you're doing something wrong, and then you know you lash out. Yeah, it's what a child does. But that's okay. You'll grow up. Veganism. Wait. Veganism is the 33rd level of Freemasonry diet. Even they eat probably. Veganism is not a diet, by the way. Do you think ethical farming is possible? For dairy, let's say the calf can stay with their mom and we get less milk. So forcefully impregnating the cow, killing the baby calf when they know they don't produce milk, killing the cow when they don't produce milk, seeing the cow as a milk making machine, taking cow away from her without her demanding it, and looking after your own interest. Come on. If you can't get consent, don't do it. If you can't get consent and you're doing it in your own interest, don't do it. Because if you're doing it in the interest of the animal, that's a different thing, isn't it? Like, you don't need consent. Oh my God, Skyjack Morgan is here. I'm the American. I'm Skyjack Morgan. Let me tell you some news, everyone. Let me tell you some news. Trump is a rapist. That is some news today, everyone. I'm a news and culture commentator. I'm Skyjack Morgan. I'm fancy and I'm tall and I hit the thing with my head because I'm so tall. Elon Musk looks like me. He wishes he would be me. In case you don't know who I'm talking about Skyjack Morgan. He's in the chat here. He's also a YouTuber. I keep hitting my head, says Sky. I know, Sky, because you're tall. Boo-hoo, look at me. I'm 6'4". Oh no, I'm 6'4". I have a full set of hair, 6'4", handsome, and I live in California. Oh no. I don't understand how Trump is still alive. I think it's a Weekend at Bernie type of situation at this point. A little bit of that. I wouldn't be surprised if they inject him with some things to just try to slow down his dementia. You don't seem to like Sky Jack. Of course I do. Sky is a friend. I just like making fun of him. That's what we do. It's what we do to friends, okay? When I make fun of Sky, it's coming from a friendly place. That's what my family did. We loved each other. We made fun of each other. That's how we showed love. Well, on one side, as I said before. On the other side, we showed actual love. Diet Coke reinvigorates the dead. What is written on the sign? Letters is mirrored. Can I ask you something? It says. Can I ask you something? Oh, we have a person here who supports the rapists. Nice. Well, not nice that you support the rapists. Nice that you're here. Maybe you'll educate yourself. Love the colors on that sign. Yeah, I agree. When I was in Berlin, Alexandra and I worked on this, and well, she came up with this amazing color. Yeah. Actually, I had a story that I wanted to say. I remember it now. Um, I think I remembered it this morning. That I think maybe I said part of it before. Um, when I was young, the reason why I'm so determined to fight for justice. Wait, what this guy saying? Sky blue is a great color, right? The sky is blue. The Dutch houses are beautiful. Let's see, maybe we get a conversation now. No. The reason why I'm so like adamant about justice and stuff, I think it started when I remember being very, very young, walking with my mom on the street, and there was a beggar. You know, Romania is a poor country, and there was a beggar, and he held his hand to beg and stuff, and he looked poor, and I felt pity for him. And I asked my mom, I remember what's happening there, and she just said, ignore him. He's just in a bad situation or something. I was like, oh God, that sucks. I didn't really understand what was happening. But you know, with multiple questions, I understood that he just wants money. He just wants money. And from a young age, my parents gave me a small allowance, which very, very small, which I would usually buy some sweets or save some money and buy some sweets or whatever. And for that guy specifically, I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna save my money, and I saved my money for 3 weeks. 3 weeks I saved my money, and I got so much money, and that was more money than I ever had in my entire life. I thought I was rich when I did that, and I went to that guy and gave him that money, and it wasn't a lot. It was like maybe 10 euros today, and I gave him that. Like, obviously, it took me a while, right, to get that. And I gave him that money, and he was like, okay, thank you. And he moved on. You guys want to have a conversation? Kind of weird, kind of a bittersweet moment. But then I realized you shouldn't raise money for others. But I did learn how to keep money for myself, and that's how I started raising money for myself. Love you, bro. Looks amazing in Amsterdam today. Keep up the great work. It's pretty good. There's a pretty, well, it's not a strong wind. It's the usual Amsterdam wind. Want to have a conversation? The sky is blue. There is a little bit of sun. There's not a lot of people on the street. There's kind of an average number of people on the street. There's a car parked here, which is also why some people are not seeing my signs from the beginning. But you know, go back to your country. I am in my country. I'm a Dutch person now. I'm a Dutch citizen, so I am in my country. But thank you for being concerned. Thank you for being concerned about that.
Yeah, but definitely in July.
Well, somebody's very triggered right there in the chat. We got a bigot in the chat. Destroy our gene pool. I'm so insecure about my own things that I'm concerned about others' genes. You guys want to have a conversation? Vegans like to downplay the past of slavery by interjecting animals into the same situation for their morality validation. No, bro. What we do to animals is slavery. And it's very reminiscent. It's very similar to what we do to actual human slaves, also. Animals are actual slaves. They're just a different species, but they're still enslaved. They're still brought into existence to be used, and when they cannot be used, they're killed. They still suffer rape, exploitation. What exactly is the difference? No, that's right. Well, what is a human? What is a girl? My dad ate vegan food today without knowing. Nice, Linda. I'm not validating your lifestyle beating dogs. Stop projecting on me. Trailer shift. At some point, maybe you'll understand what being vegan means. And maybe when you do, you'll actually choose to not oppress innocent animals anymore. Because veganism is just a position against oppression. Can you really be against oppression if you choose to oppress others that are different to you? I don't think you can.
And the only thing is, I had a massive problem where basically if I have
Okay, let's focus on getting some people to have conversations with. How many actors on this channel don't like it if there are? Are there actors on this channel? Do you think it would be good to ban the industrial farming of animals? Yeah, we should ban slavery, of course. Farming of animals is slavery, whether industrial or on a small scale. So yes, we should ban it. Trailer shift, you seem to be very triggered. Maybe take a little 10-second breaks to take maybe slow down, okay? Maybe take a break, you know? 1 minute break, trailer shift. 1 minute. Take a minute. Breathe in, breathe out, and then take a break, okay? You're kind of crashing out in the comments. Okay, let's see if we can get some people to have conversations with us, because that's why we're here. We're here to have conversations with people, trying to get them to understand, but also trying to get you on the ones watching to understand that there's no need for us to exploit animals. So maybe let's do a little bit of exercise. Do type a 1 in the chat if you're vegan and you respect animals. Type a 2 if you are not, but you would like to be because you want to respect animals. And type a 3, you want to have a conversation?
About what?
Animals.
Animals?
And type a 3 if, you know, you don't really care, you like being an enslaver abuser. You want to have a conversation? It's okay. Yeah, Jojo, we see you. You don't have to vote more than once. I see you voting twice. I understand you like abusing animals. But we do have a lot of ones here, which is nice to see. Julie's here. Hey, Julie, nice to see you. I don't know if I said hello to you. I don't think I did. I'm happy you're here. Do you also worry about the globalist agenda? Jesus Christ. Globalist agenda. If only there were one. What, the United Nations are conspiring to make the world a little bit better for everyone? The globalist agenda. How dare they? How dare they all realize that we all want the same thing out of life? How dare they all unite each other and fight against the world problems since they're all kind of global nowadays? Woke as fuck. Yeah, I mean better than being sleepy, huh? I'm guessing you like the sleepy rapist, huh? We do have some people in the chat. I think Jojo, you're one of those people who likes the rapist, huh? Who sleeps in meetings, can't stay awake. So funny. Like these, have you seen these videos of Trump just falling asleep, like in every single meeting that he goes to? Uh, maybe one of those meetings he'll actually die. Then I'll throw a fucking party. A rapist has died. The world is a little bit better. Muslims took over Amsterdam. Wow, that's beyond stupid. It's actually false. I think most population here are not affiliated with any religion whatsoever, especially in Amsterdam. But you know, you probably buy the propaganda that you look at some news or some shit, who knows. Wanna try? There's a lot of trolls in the comments, I see that now. Maybe let's not feed the trolls, huh? You wanna have a conversation? Like a lot of the times, because I hold the sign, people don't come to me. When I put the sign down, people come to me. It seems like people think that maybe with a sign they think it's something political or something. I don't know. The other sign was better, and the one that looks carton made. I'll use that next time. Yeah, full of trolls. I'm sorry, Martin. There will always be a lot of these people, huh? They get triggered by every form of somebody's challenging me. Oh no, somebody's challenging my own views.
Chris, let me see on the phone.
I better troll them quickly. This way I'll feel secure about my masculinity. A lot of the times they are that way, huh? A lot. Why is it that trolls are mostly men, huh? That's an interesting thing. It's because they're so insecure, huh? But you are the one obsessed with non-vegans. No. I'm fighting for animal rights. I don't think I'm obsessed. You couldn't give two shits about who you are. You are the one who's insecure. That's funny. Somebody being lying. No, sticks onto me, bounces off of you. Sticks on. What is it? Sticks onto you, bounces off of me.
Hi.
Hi. You wanna have a conversation? How old are you though?
I'm 16.
You can't be
No,
on
sorry,
camera.
17.
You can't be on camera.
How old do you need to be?
18.
Okay, then I'm 18.
Nah, sorry,
No?
bro. It doesn't work that way. I'm sorry. Have a good one. You wanna have a conversation? Okay. Where are the white people in Europe? Wow. What is it with the racists nowadays? What is it with the skin color that you're so obsessed with? Or with somebody's religion? How about just leave them alone? All religions are equally stupid. All of them are stupid. All of them are oppressive. In fact, fundamental Christians are the fucking worst nowadays. They're worse than any form of Muslims there will ever be. Why? Because fundamental Christians, they try to take away the rights of women. They try to take away the rights of other people. They're racist pieces of shit. And at the end of the day, they put themselves and be like, yeah, but look, we're better. You wanna have a conversation? Well, whereas they're just, you know, pieces of shit. Oh, we even have flat earthers in the chat. Holy shit! Wow. I'm guessing. My best guess is that these people, they just navigate they just navigate the YouTube scene, and whenever they're like the YouTube live streams, whenever they find a live stream where they're like they have somebody to fight with or something, they just go there and they just start trolling or something. Like, I don't see any reason why they would say the shit that they say, or why they would be so bigoted and also zealots, but you know, it is what it is. I hope a lot of you understand that I'm here to fight for the rights of animals. I'm not here to, I mean, obviously I also care about human rights, and I hope you stop being bigoted pieces of shit, like not racists and not homophobes, and just leave people alone. Because, you know, the idea is exactly the same. Fighting racism and fighting for the rights of animals and fighting for the rights of humans is the same. There might be differences between you and any other human being that you see. You know,
How
maybe
are you?
I'm good. You want to have a conversation?
For what?
It's about animals.
Yeah?
How old are you?
21.
21. That's okay. But I am live on YouTube. You want to try?
Yeah, it's okay.
Okay. You want to be here so that you're in view? What's your name?
Michael.
I'm Michael. I'm Chip. Nice to meet you.
Hi.
Where are you from, Michael?
Netherlands.
Netherlands. Michael, I'm an animal rights activist. I'm here to speak up for animals. How do you feel about animals?
I think it's good.
You think it's good?
Yeah, my English is not very good.
Oh, that's fine. That's fine. That's fine. Do you think we should treat animals like objects, or should we treat them like individuals?
Treat good.
Treat good.
Yeah.
Yeah. For example, if there's a dog, should we kill dogs, or should we try to give them, like, treat them nicely, not kill them?
Not kill, not kill.
But what if we want to use their body as a punching bag? Is it okay to kill them then?
No.
No. No. Why not? Because I need to work out.
Dogs are nice.
But I need to work out, and they make a good punching bag.
Then you have make from something else.
Okay. So if I have an alternative, something else, is it justified for me to kill an animal?
No.
No. Okay. Do you think we have alternatives for food, clothing, or these situations? Or do you think we need to kill animals to eat or dress ourselves?
It's not. Yeah, better something else, I think.
Yeah, better something else. Have you ever considered being vegan?
Not yet. Not
Not
yet.
yet.
Chicken.
You like chicken?
Yeah.
You like the flesh of the chicken, right? Like dead chicken.
Chicken wings.
Yeah, you like dead chickens, right?
Yeah.
So why is it justified to kill chickens?
It's
muscle.
it's good taste, but it's not good to kill.
It's not it's good taste, but not good to kill.
Yeah.
Is it good to kill for taste?
Oh, but is it vegan? Is it the same taste or is?
Doesn't matter. Is it good to kill for taste?
Nah, kill is not good at all.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's difficult.
It's difficult.
Yeah.
Well, imagine if you were the chicken. Would it be okay if somebody kills you? If your
No,
if your,
no,
if your
no.
flesh tastes good?
No, it's
No.
not good.
It's not good. Yeah, yeah. So why would it be good for the chicken also? Huh?
Oh, for the chicken, it's not good.
Yeah. Do you know with milk what we do to cows?
No,
Why does a cow make milk?
because but then you not kill the cow
Yeah, but why does she make milk?
to drink,
For the baby. For her baby.
just like people.
Just like people, yeah. Do you think she gets pregnant when she wants to, or do you think farmers impregnate her?
What do you mean?
Like, do you think she gets pregnant whenever she wants to? When I want to get pregnant today or something? Or do you think farmers forcefully impregnate her?
I think they force it.
Yeah. Is that fair?
But I didn't know it was that way. Like
That they have to have a baby?
yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, I get that. We're not told that, but yeah, that's why they.
I think it's just milk. I don't know. It's like pregnant or
Well, they get her pregnant. They take away the baby. Why do you think they take away the baby?
I don't know.
Because the baby would drink the milk. So they take the baby away. And if the baby is born a male, they don't make milk. So what do you think happens to them?
I don't know.
Kill them.
The baby.
Yeah. And the females, they they get the same as their mother every year, impregnated and used for the milk. And at the age of 6, they kill them. Cows can live 24 years. Do you know why they kill them so early?
No.
Because they don't produce milk, enough milk. Is
So-
that nice to treat an animal that way?
No.
It's not.
But I think it was milk, just milk for drink or.
Yeah.
Want on the video you see only they do milk in
That's what they show you, huh?
yeah.
They don't show you the other stuff.
Yeah.
Because if you saw the other stuff, you'd be like, what the fuck? I don't want to pay for that.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. Let me give you a card. Thank you for stopping by, man. There's a documentary here called Dominion. Can you give that a watch?
Yeah. And what's the TikTok?
You have my YouTube channel there. You're on YouTube.
Okay, it's for YouTube.
Yeah.
Oh, I think it's TikTok.
No, it was YouTube. It was
Okay,
YouTube.
okay.
Thank you for
Okay.
stopping by, man. Have a
Have a
good
nice
one.
day.
Yeah. Cheers. Have a good one. Conversation was going nowhere, so I stopped. But at least he got some information out of it, huh? He was a nice guy. I was trying to be. Didn't know English very well. There was a little bit of a language barrier, but that's fine. Let's see if we get more conversations. That was a good one. How's everyone doing? I hope you hit that like already, huh? And subscribe if you're enjoying these conversations, because we get more conversations like this. A lot. A lot of conversations like this. Oh, he was fresh, not hardest in the cognitive dissonance yet. Yeah, Renee. I actually genuinely think that sometimes maybe activism should just be just that, just informing people of what dairy milk does and moving on. I actually genuinely think that could also be good. They regretted talking to you. That's fine. You know, some people regret knowing the reality of their choices, but that's okay. Regretting the reality of your choice, knowing the reality is still good. Even if it's easier to be ignorant, sometimes it's better not to be ignorant. And I have no problem if you want to be ignorant about, things that affect you only. But when it affects other sentient beings, when hundreds of sentient beings are killed, exploited to death specifically for you, then maybe you should stop being ignorant about it. They were just struggling with English and laughed at the wildness of the truth. Yeah. They were struggling with that, yeah. They seem like nice people. It's one of those difficult things, isn't it, as an animal rights activist? A lot of the times it's I'm trying to be nice to people. I try to not see them as enemies or anything. I speak nicely to them, I explain nicely to them, but sometimes they come with the ridiculous excuses. I can't take this shirt off, and it's getting warm in the sun. And I can't take it off because I have a vegan t-shirt underneath, a t-shirt that says vegan. I told myself that there's no way it's going to be warm enough that I have to take this off, but it is. Danny, how about you take a break? Take a 1 minute break, okay? Breathe and think about the things you're saying, okay? Hey Ben, nice to see you here. How long have you lived in beautiful Amsterdam? Maybe like 8 years. You wanna have a conversation? It's in English though.
What's it about?
Animals.
Animals.
Yeah.
Test animals.
Just animals in general.
And?
You wanna have a conversation? I am live though, so my first question is if you're okay being live on
Oh.
YouTube.
Okay.
Okay?
To where?
Oh, I'm live on YouTube.
About where are you sending it out to?
Oh no, I am right now live on YouTube.
Okay.
On my YouTube channel.
Oh, okay.
Is that okay?
Sure.
Okay.
I don't mind.
Okay, give me a
I don't
sec.
know what you're going to ask me.
You
but
wanna come here so that you're in view?
Can I stop anytime?
Yeah, of course. Consent is retractable. You can leave at any point you want in this
Okay.
conversation. I'm Chip. What's your name?
Hi, Saskia.
Saskia. Nice to meet you, Saskia. I'm an animal rights activist. I'm here to speak up for animals.
Okay.
And I want to understand how people see animals. Like, how do you see animals? Do you see them as... You talked about test subjects. I'm curious. Do you think animals are objects to which we can do whatever we want? Or do you think they're more like individuals who have their own interests?
Bit of both.
Bit of both.
Yes.
You think animals are somewhere in between an individual and an object?
No, I mean they need, sometimes they do need testing on animals, but no, of course they're individuals.
If there's no need to test on animals, should we test on animals?
No.
Okay, okay. So if there is no need for us to cause harm to an animal, should we cause harm to an
No.
animal? No, I completely agree with you. But do you think that certain animals, for example, maybe in the farming industry, they are harmed and there's no need for us to,
Yes, they are
to
harmed.
do that to them?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you happen to be one of those people who pays for animals to be harmed, or are you one of those people who says, no, I don't want to be part of that?
Indirectly, obviously, I am because I
Indirectly.
eat them.
Yeah, yeah. Do you think you need to do that? Do you think you need to do that?
What? Need to do what?
Eat
Harm them or
animals.
eat animals?
Yeah, eat them, which inherently means
No.
demanding harm.
Probably
for
not.
them. Probably not.
For my health, it probably be better not to eat them. But
Okay. Them or their products, right? Because for dairy products, cows are exploited to death. You know, they're
cows, sheep, pigs, hens, you name it.
yeah,
Yes.
yeah. Do you think that then is that a good thing that you're doing? That you're buying these products knowing that in this way you're demanding that animals are exploited for you?
Probably not.
Probably not. Yeah.
Yes.
So would you want to change, or what's exactly happening there for you?
Not specifically.
Not
no.
specifically. Can I ask why? Like, because for example, if I were to realize that something I'm doing is an injustice towards an individual, I would want to stop if I'm given the option to stop,
Okay,
right?
but that's an individual human being, probably.
Well, no, regardless.
not-
Like,
okay,
if I was walking down the street and somebody told me, "Hey, you're walking on my dog's tail," I wouldn't be like, "Well, who cares? They're
Yeah,
a dog."
true.
I would be like,
Yeah.
"Well, wait, I'm sorry. I'll just not walk on
Okay.
their tail, right?" Like, if I have an alternative to not harm an animal, I would always choose not harm an
Yeah.
animal.
Okay, I get that. I understand that, but I'm not going to turn vegetarian.
No, no. Well, don't turn vegetarian. They're kind of assholes. We should turn
Yeah.
vegan.
Yeah, I try and eat meatless occasionally or once a week at least.
Yeah. So once a week, you don't demand the exploitation of animals, right?
Yeah.
But all the other days of the week, you do.
Usually, yes.
Yeah. Do you think if I demanded some form of injustice towards, let's say, women, would it be okay if I once a week I didn't?
No,
No.
but
Why
I mean
not?
that's comparing apples and oranges. You can't really.
Well, I can compare humans to animals because
Well,
humans
yes
are
and
animals.
No. Yes or no?
Are humans not animals?
Yes.
And there are
different
different
kind. There's a different
species.
different species. Yes.
Yeah, but there are differences between men and women, as there are
Yes.
differences between
Yes.
humans and animals.
Yeah.
The question is, do those differences justify the oppression that we put them through? Right? Because when it came to feminism, which I'm also a feminist, I think the differences between men and women do not justify the oppression that women were going through for
Yeah,
centuries.
but this is a bigger discussion. I don't want to go into this bigger discussion.
You don't want to go into
No.
this bigger discussion,
No.
but
No.
you are the one who's doing the oppression for animals, right?
Well, if you look at it that way, yes.
Is there any other way to look at it when you give money for somebody to oppress an animal for you?
No, probably not.
Yeah. So then why not choose something else?
Like what?
Plant-based products. You live in Amsterdam or the Netherlands.
Yeah.
It's one of the best countries in the world to be vegan.
Well, I'm not going to turn vegan. I'm not going to turn vegetarian. I'm just doing, you know,
But what's the opposite of not abusing animals?
what is the opposite?
Of not abusing animals, yeah. If somebody supports the abuse of animals knowingly, what would you call it?
How many people have you talked to who are vegans and vegetarians?
How many people have I talked to who
Yes,
are
here.
vegans and vegetarians?
Who don't
Like, I mean,
want
over
to-
the years, or
No, here now, today.
today?
Yeah.
Oh no, nobody who I've talked to today was vegan, but there were most of the people that I talked to realized the injustice and didn't want to be part of
I
it.
do too. I do too.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
you say you want to be part of it. You say
Well-
you don't care enough to change.
No, those are your words.
Oh, I'm sorry, but why not change?
Well, because I like the food too much.
Do you think that your taste pleasure justifies the violence that they go through or the oppression that
No,
they go
but I
through?
mean, I'm not. I know I'm just a little a cog in the wheel, but I understand where you're going. But now, I want to continue my.
You can leave at any time. It's just that you're not just a cog in the
Yeah.
wheel. There are animals out there that are specifically exploited to death
Yeah.
for you.
But they try and do that. Basically, they try and minimize that, even though of course they get killed, but still. The
There are
cruelty to
some animals out there that are exploited to death for you. They have your
Yes,
name on
but
them.
not specifically only for me.
Specifically only for you.
No, okay.
100
now I
animals
want
each
to
year
stop.
are
Okay.
specifically
Good
exploited
luck
for
with
you.
your thing. Bye.
I hope you acknowledge your responsibility and do better.
I'll think about it.
Okay, I hope you do better. She said she'll think about it. I doubt it. Running. Yeah, that's fine. I mean, she did ask if she can leave, and she could leave anytime she wants, right? That's perfectly fine. I have no problem. Consent is retractable, as I keep explaining to people, and they're free to leave whenever they want to. You want to have a conversation? And for those of you who don't know, first of all, hit that like, subscribe if you're enjoying the conversations, and second, consent. There's a thing called fries for consent. Consent is freely given, retractable, informed, enthusiastic, and specific. What that means, freely given, it means that they're not coerced into it. It means that they give it freely. Informed means that they know what they're getting themselves into. Enthusiastic means that they don't just say, yeah, fine. They say, yes. And specific means that they know specifically what they're consenting to, right? They're not just consenting to something general and that's it. Next person is not an asshole. Hope so. But either way, you know, she was okay. I didn't have a problem with that. You know, their ego always gets hurt, right? When you question their choices, their ego always becomes, oh, I'm never gonna be this. Do you wanna have a conversation? Are you okay being live on YouTube?
Yeah, of course.
How old are you?
27.
Oh, that's fine. You wanna come here to the channel? What's your name?
Mehdi.
Mehdi. I'm Chip. Nice to meet you. Mehdi, I'm an animal rights activist. I'm here to speak up for animals. How do you feel about animals?
I love animals.
You love animals, right? Do you think we should treat animals like objects, or should we treat them like individuals?
Individuals.
Individuals. I agree. So say, for instance, if I have a dog, this is a hypothetical scenario, and I bring them to life, I give them an excellent life, I give them the best toys, massages, belly rubs, the whole bang, the whole shebang. But at the age of 2 years old, I take them in the back of the house and I shoot them in the back of the head. They die instantly, they never see it coming, and they don't feel any pain. And I do all this to use their body as a punching bag. Is that a good thing that I'm doing, or is that a bad thing? What do you think?
You started good, you ended bad, you know?
Yeah. So it's bad that I choose to kill them, right?
Of course.
Yeah. But why would that be bad, since I specifically bring them to life for that purpose and I need to exercise?
Repeat.
Say it again?
Repeat.
So why would that be bad, since I bring them to life for that purpose,
Which purpose?
to kill them as
How
a
you
punching
bring
bag?
them to life?
Oh, I just raped their mother. I used sperm from a dog and I used...
Okay. So it's not a dog anymore.
No. It's with a... Rape doesn't involve necessarily
Are
me
you crazy, brother?
forcing them. It's a hypothetical scenario, bro. Just- It's a hypothetical scenario. I don't think you knew what a hypothetical scenario was. He said, "Are you crazy, bro?" And then he just started flipping people off of the street. Sorry, that's funny. That's funny. Yeah, he was really upset by this idea, but I bet you he would have defended it when it came to the other animals. Yeah, he was wrong. The next person. Why is it funny to you? R word? Please don't use the R word. Come on, man. You gotta grow up a little bit. Stop being immature little kids and use slurs and stuff. We don't like slurs. We're here to be nicely, to have conversations, to behave decently, not use slurs, you know? So please don't use slur. Please. Well, you see, if you use slurs, you're gonna get banned. You're gonna get timed out. You see, I didn't even need to do it. You see, so that's what happens. We're trying to have a decent conversation here. Hi, why do you do this? Why am I holding a sign? Can I ask you something? I'm not holding a sign so that I can have conversations with people. You guys want to have a conversation with me? You want to have a conversation with me?
Yeah, why not?
It's about animals. I am live on YouTube though. Are you okay being live on YouTube?
Yeah.
Okay. Give me a second. You want to come here to the chain view?
How long does it last?
How long do you have? You're free to leave whenever you want, right?
Alright,
I'm Chip. What's your name?
Okay, Jimmy.
Jimmy?
Yep.
Where are you from, Jimmy?
France.
France. I'm an animal rights activist. I'm here to speak up for animals. How do you feel about animals?
I love them.
You love them.
Yep.
How should we treat animals? Should we treat them like individuals who have their own interests, or should we treat them like objects?
Oh no, not like objects. It's like almost like human beings.
Completely agree.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna draw this hypothetical scenario out there.
Mhm.
It's a hypothetical, so it's imaginary. It doesn't exist because the
Right.
person before you thought I was saying something real, and he got really upset about it. So let's say, imagine I bring a dog to life, and
Mhm.
I give them a good life.
Yep.
Belly rubs, food, the whole shebang.
Mm-hmm.
And at the age of 2, I shoot them in the back of the head. They die instantly,
Yeah.
so they don't feel any pain or anything like that. And then I use their bodies as a punching bag for
Oh,
exercise.
Yeah.
Would that be good, or would that be bad what I'm doing?
Horrible.
Horrible.
Awful.
But I need to exercise, so why is that bad?
It's very bad. If you need to exercise, you can find something else than an animal. Maybe go to the gym.
I love that.
Yeah.
So can we safely say that if there's an alternative, it's wrong to cause harm to an animal?
Obviously. Yeah. Definitely.
I appreciate that. Do you think that when we, and this will turn it around, and you might start defending this, so
Mhm.
bear with me. If we think about cows, chickens, and pigs,
Mhm.
do we need to do the things that we do to them?
No.
No. Are we causing them harm?
Yeah. Definitely.
Should we then do the things that we do to them?
No. Maybe
No.
not. Yeah.
No. Are you a person who demands that this happens to them?
Yeah. Let's say most of the time I ask myself about what I'm eating and how it's been grown. But to be honest, I eat meat. But
Yeah. But you know you don't need to, right?
yeah.
So if you don't need to, and you know that it is unfair to do so to them,
Yeah.
why not change? Why not be
I
vegan?
try to eat far less meat than I used to.
Yeah.
And I try to buy some vegan products,
Yeah.
which is a bit better.
Yeah.
Yep.
But the way I see it is, obviously, when you start from the premise where every choice is an injustice, trying to stop the injustice and stopping some choices is good. But the way we should still see it, that every choice we do is still a choice and it's still an injustice, right?
You're right.
Yeah. And can we ever justify choosing an animal product knowing that?
No, I think definitely you're right. Yeah, we should probably stop using animals for just for our own sake. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Have you ever considered being vegan?
Yep. I am considering it. Yeah.
Yeah. What's holding you back? Like what's?
Um, just my pleasure, which is quite selfish if you think about it. So,
Yeah.
Yeah. But I'm eating very less and less meat every day. Yeah.
Do you think your pleasure justifies what happens to them?
Not really.
No, it doesn't, right?
So maybe I am changing my mind these days. So
Yeah.
probably I will.
Yeah, so then I'll ask you one question because I know
Yep.
you gotta go. I don't want to
Mhm.
keep you for too long.
Yep.
It's a hard question. How many more animals should be exploited for you going forward?
The right answer would be none.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you want that, you should go
Yeah.
vegan then.
You're right.
Let me give you this. I'll give you a card.
Mm-hmm.
You have my YouTube channel there. You can watch the conversation back
Right.
if you want to.
Okay.
There's a thing here called the most important speech you'll ever hear. Can you
Okay.
give that a watch?
Yeah.
Until you watch that, can you choose to consume plant-based? Until you watch that, maybe you watch it tonight. Maybe you have a couple of plant-based meals today,
Yeah.
and you watch it tonight.
I will watch it tonight.
I appreciate you, man. Thank you so much.
Okay. Thank you.
Have a good
Bye-bye.
one. Cheers. Bye. I see. We can have nice conversations with people where we inform them and they don't get defensive. See? That's nice to see. Gotta change the battery of the camera. Vegetables are so expensive. No, they're not. You can buy frozen vegetables. You can buy all sorts of things. There's no need for you to do that. Guy seemed honest. He did, yeah. And I feel like that's kind of the crux of it, isn't it? I feel like now's the perfect time to start working on the other methods, not just informing people, not just providing more options for people, but actually trying to get maybe meat to be higher taxed, maybe to get animal products to be higher taxed, because not only that are they horrible for the environment, but they're obviously bad for the animals. And I think that that's kind of what we need nowadays, because I see more and more people. I want to learn to be vegan, says Big Chad. Well, that's Big Chad. We have a thing called Challenge 22, which I give to people. Maybe one of the mods can drop the link. Essentially, they hook you up with a dietitian. They send you recipes every day, and they help you go vegan. But being vegan is not the diet, right? Like diet is just the hardest part. It's just the thing that most people cling on to the most, because nobody really has an issue with not wearing leather or not going to zoos, which are also things that vegans do, right? But being vegan is just a moral principle of not seeing animals as objects, of respecting their rights, of respecting their autonomy. Challenge 22. Thank you, Martin, for dropping that in the chat. Martin just dropped it, big chat there. It's free and they help you out with all of that. I hate hurting animals. That's why we're here, big chat. We're here to find people like you who genuinely can change and genuinely want to. Progress and mindful living with progress is the goal. Yeah, to some extent, you know, I feel like, you know, I remember learning about, I forgot his name. There was an abolitionist in the 1800s who was fighting for the rights of black people in America. You want to have a conversation? Was fighting for the rights of black people in America, and he was extremely radical at first. Like he would do a lot of, you know, maybe burning some buildings down, sending clear messages, clear signs, because, you know, it was a very important movement. And he always remained an abolitionist to the end, but his methods softened up. His methods became more about getting people to understand and stuff. Malcolm X, I don't know, it wasn't Malcolm X, Ben. It was a name that I forgot the name of. It's not someone, not most people don't know about him. Maybe Malcolm X was also the same, I don't know. But to the end, he still remained an abolitionist, but his methodology was monumentally better when it came to, was more tailored towards the people that he's listening to. So I feel like that's kind of what's happening to me these days. I'm kind of trying to be more focused towards change. But if somebody tells me that if you want to get people to change, you just gotta yell at them and be like, stop it, get changed, that's what I'll do. I'll go around yelling at people, stop it and change. How do you feel about us having evolved to humans because we began eating meat? Well, we didn't evolve to humans because we began eating meat. We evolved to humans because we ate a lot of nutrients. Meat provided a lot of calories at the time when we needed calories. And obviously the fact that first of all, it happened when we discovered fire, or when we started using fire to make food, to cook meat. And because we could cook meat, we could get a lot more calories in a time when calories were the issue. And thus we developed higher, but nowadays that's no longer the issue. We can get calories without doing that thing. So nowadays you could even make the argument that the fact that we still continue to consume animal products, even though we have empirical evidence showing that it's healthier to adopt a plant-based diet in a lot of situations, it's detrimental to us, and not just to our health, but to our society and everything. So you could make an argument that continuing the consumption of animal products is actually worse. And if you stick to the idea that we evolved because we ate meat, and you are a strong believer in that, then you can understand also the idea that maybe at some point continuing it is no longer good, and evolving to no longer do that is better, right? Because change is what got us here, and change is what moves us forward. Saturated fat and meat is required for many processes. Well, you can get saturated fat without animal products. And even if it were the case that, like, let's just put it hypothetically speaking, that even if it were the case that somewhere in our lineage we consumed animal products, doesn't mean we need to consume it today, right? Because at the end of the day, we know for a fact that today we can be healthy without consuming it. So even if it weren't healthier is what I mean, right? Even if the situation were that, oh, it's super healthy to consume meat, but if you can be at least just as healthy on plant-based diet, then it doesn't really matter, does it? Because that's what this is about. You can be healthy consuming plant-based, and when you choose to consume animal products, you choose to oppress innocent animals to death. And they all deserve to live just as much as you do. A face that matches his ideas. Thank you. I do look like an intellectual. My face does look like the face of an intellectual. Thank you. Poisoning the earth is not ethical. Well, animal agriculture is the leading I think the top three biggest polluters worldwide. Imagine the fact that 80% of the crops we grow to food, we feed them to the animals, and then we get like 8 times less calories out of that. Imagine the inefficiency of that. Imagine the inefficiency of animal agriculture. It's insane. It's not just highly inefficient, it's bad for us, for the environment, for everyone. Yeah. Not to mention, I think like when I was in Toronto at the International Vegan Film Festival 2 years ago, there was a little documentary that was showing the impact that dairy farming had on a local community in the U.S. I don't know if it was in Iowa. I forgot where it was. But it was just showing how the runover from the dairy farming was steeping into the river, and people who actually depended on fresh water, who needed that river to be okay, who wanted to even grow plants, couldn't because of animal agriculture. So like defending animal agriculture, it's either because maybe you're like a shill for animal agriculture, you're a farmer, or maybe your ego is hurt. But there's no logical reason to defend animal agriculture. Animal agriculture is a fucking horrible thing we do. It was a necessity at some point, but it no longer is. Now it's just horrible. It was a necessary evil at some point. Now it's just evil. We literally bring sentient beings to life. We exploit them to death. We rape them. We use their bodies. We don't care who they are in here. We don't care how they feel in here. We don't care the individual that is inside of them. We just care about their body. And the minute that their body is how we want them to be, we kill them. We use them, kill them, exploit them, rape them, take away their babies, do all this stuff. No matter the emotions, we don't care which emotions we generate to them. We care that unless the emotions obviously impact the product. Because if the emotions impact the product, then we care, right? We care about these animals up to the point that they impact the product. We care about them as resources for products, which is fucked up because they're individuals. So that's one part of animal agriculture that fucking sucks. The other part, well, it's horrible for the economy. The only way animal agriculture works is because it's heavily subsidized. It's highly inefficient and needs heavy subsidies to be able to have the price that it does have, right? So that's another thing. We could use that money for, helping people if you care about that so much, instead of, helping farmers grow cows. You want to have a conversation?
Yes, let's do
You
it.
can ask us something.
Yeah, it's about animals. How old are you guys?
22, 21.
Okay, you're okay. Are you okay being live on YouTube?
Yeah, sure.
Sure.
Let's do it.
You wanna come here, state your interview?
Okay.
Sure.
All of us.
Yeah, sure. Why not? What's your name?
Arbaz.
Raza.
Amar.
I'm not gonna remember that, but I'm Chip. Sorry,
Chip.
nice to meet you. Yeah, where are you guys
Nice to
from?
meet
The U.S.
you. U.S.
U.S. Love it. We're in U.S.
Virginia.
Virginia.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Well, my sister lives in North Carolina. I
Oh,
always
wow.
ask maybe.
Very close.
Yeah.
Very
Maybe
close.
there's
Honestly, not bad. Yeah.
Not bad.
For how
yeah.
big U.S. is, it's pretty close.
Pretty close. So I'm an animal rights activist. I'm here to speak up for animals. How do you guys feel about animals?
Love them.
Yeah. Love
They're
them.
nice. I like them.
Like them. Okay, love them. Should we treat animals as objects or should we treat them as individuals?
Individuals.
Completely agree. Do you think that, and this is a hypothetical scenario, so it's imaginary. I told this to somebody today and then he thought I was real, it was real, and he flipped me off and got really upset. So it's imaginary.
We won't do that.
Okay.
All right, guys, let's
So-
do that.
So imagine if I bring a dog into existence.
Sure.
I give them an excellent life.
Yeah.
I give them belly rubs, the best toys, the best food.
Yeah.
And at the age of 2, I shoot them in the back of the head. They die instantly, and then I use their bodies as a punching bag. I do this for exercise, so would it be right or would it be wrong?
It would be pretty wrong.
Yeah,
Very
don't like
wrong.
that. No.
But I do need to exercise, so why is that wrong?
Because it didn't have a choice. Seems like it.
You mean the
animal,
dog?
The animal, yeah.
Yeah, they didn't have a choice, but I need to exercise, and I chose to do it this way, so why would that be bad?
There's other means of exercise.
Okay.
Yeah, I think there's other ways of exercise, and the dog is their own individual animal at the end of the day.
So if there's other ways, if there's alternatives, there's no reason for me, and then harming an animal would be wrong. Is it safe to assume that?
Yeah,
Like
like
harming the animal would be wrong.
yeah.
Yeah, out of own greed, yeah, for sure. You're selfish and you're greedy, so you're
Okay.
putting your priorities above the animal's life.
Okay. So now I'm gonna ask you the last question, which usually most people flip around
Yeah.
and then start justifying it. What
Yeah.
about the
Makes
animals
sense.
in animal agriculture? Huh?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Cows,
yeah.
chickens, and pigs.
Yeah, yeah.
Do we need to farm them?
No, we don't need to. I mean, we could get by without them for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, people
Are
do
we
that.
harming them when we do that?
Yeah.
We are, yeah.
100%. Yeah,
Yeah.
we just want to look after our bikes. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's no worries, no worries. Did
Okay.
you lock it?
Yeah, we
Yeah,
we,
we did,
we
we
locked
did.
the wheel, but I don't know.
Oh, that's fine.
I'm not
That's
like
fine. That's fine. Don't worry. If your bike is locked, then it's fine.
Okay. Well,
It's in the thing.
it's not ours. We're renting it out, so we're just gonna make sure.
Okay. Hold on.
He has to go lock his bike.
He has to go like his yeah, lock your bike if it's there.
Okay. Sorry.
Yeah,
About
no
that.
worries. So where do you find yourself on this? Like, are you the individuals who demand that to happen to animals, or are you the ones who don't?
No, I don't demand it happens. I just know there's multi-billion-dollar companies that do this, and won't. I can advocate for animal rights, but at the end of the day, I'm not gonna be able to change. In my opinion, this is my opinion. I'm not gonna be able to change.
But do you
the-
pay for it to happen?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
eat
every
meat.
day.
Yeah,
Yeah. So, and you know that it's
I'm-
wrong to do so.
yeah. Honestly, yeah.
So why do something that's wrong?
Selfishness, honestly.
Selfishness.
Yeah. At the
At
end of the day,
at
I'm
the end of the day,
selfish.
I think it's more of, especially nowadays, it's a money thing too, and probably these companies make money off of it some way or the other.
Yeah, but
And they
if you
put-
have a problem with that, I wouldn't say the solution is giving them money, right? The solution is to not give them money.
Yeah.
I agree with that. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I would say I feel like the analogy is a little bit different in terms of using them to work out, like to punch you back. I think that's very wrong. Obviously.
Why is that wrong though? Because I need to exercise. You need to eat. You
I
have
think
an
it's
alternative. I
because
have an alternative.
there's alternatives that are better. I think with
to exercise.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, depending on who you ask, right? Like if you're. Sorry.
No, it's okay.
If you're getting somebody like if you're training to be a boxer,
Yeah.
then maybe that's just the best way to do it. Right? Like you saw Rocky the movie. I don't know if you saw it.
Yeah.
He was punching cow's carcass. So,
I didn't know that actually.
Yeah, he does that in the movie. So
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe that's a good way to exercise. Like even if it were the better way to exercise, would that
Mhm.
be justified in some way?
No, I mean yeah, I guess it is different. I agree
Yeah.
with you. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just like with the fact that we don't see it happen, the injustice that happens to animals, we don't see it happen, doesn't mean it doesn't happen.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I think it's such a social norm almost as well. So it's kind of hard to flip the switch on that because with that, for the example with the G gate, it's not a social norm at all. So that's why I
Yeah.
think people are like, oh no, this is very bad. I would never do it. But
Yeah,
With-
yeah.
with,
We've
like,
been
agri-
normalized to this
yeah, so
idea,
like
right?
Yeah,
I think that's why it's hard
normalized.
to in a way change your
Justify.
opinion on that. Yeah.
But if I said, oh, I give the dog a great life, and then I cut their throat off, drain their blood, and chop them into
Yeah,
pieces so that
yeah.
I put the pieces in my mouth,
yeah,
would that be any better?
no.
This is what we do to the
Usually
other
they're-
animals,
Usually
right?
they're not
Yeah.
even getting a great life. They're
Yeah,
in a
they
pretty
usually even have a
shitty environment, being farmed and just mass produced
Yeah, and they kill,
as well.
but they do get killed usually at the same, like the age, the minute that they stop growing, right? Because
Mm.
once they stop growing, farmers have no interest in keeping them alive.
Yeah, that
'cause
makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah.
they don't make more food, and they eat a lot of food.
Yeah.
But you know, do you think you guys have some responsibility in the matter for this?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. I think everyone does. I think everyone plays a huge part.
What
Yeah.
can you do about it?
You can stop giving them money.
Yeah,
Stop giving them-
that's the
Well,
best thing you
that's
can do.
probably
You
the
Yeah.
best
can
way to
either
go about it.
advocate, stop giving them money.
What would you call a person that doesn't pay for animal products?
It doesn't pay for animal products. Like a vegetarian? Is that what you're
vegan.
asking? A vegan.
Vegan.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. Have you guys considered being vegan?
I haven't, no.
You haven't.
Honestly, I haven't either.
So many police
Yeah.
officers today. Yeah, so being vegan is this position where we say animals shouldn't be treated like objects, and in doing so, you also follow through by not paying for them to be treated like objects.
Do vegans also not buy leather? Like
Yeah, yeah.
cow leather?
Yeah, it's not just food; it's clothing, entertainment. I generally speak about food because that's usually where people have the most resistance,
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
most difficulties.
Yeah.
It's the most, the one where we're the most indoctrinated to
Yeah.
think that it's okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, obviously, would you guys have a problem if I told you don't wear leather?
Oh.
I mean, I would
You
never.
could
really.
stop today. and
Yeah,
you could say,
yeah,
no,
yeah.
I'm not gonna wear leather.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But why is it when it comes to food we're like, I don't know.
I mean, I guess I can't speak for them, but I guess I've been eating it since I was a kid. So
Yeah.
for me, it's like, all right, in a matter of a day. I mean, it wouldn't happen in a day, obviously, but like it's hard to kind of flip the switch on that. Like
Yeah.
for example, for leather, I haven't been wearing that as a kid. I've never really worn leather
Yeah.
regardless. But even if I have, I think
Oh, I
that's
see
easier
what
to
you mean.
switch because it's not something that I've been used to as a kid. You know?
Also, it's just because you did it every day, right?
Yeah, it's kind of like a social norm type of thing.
But the action that you do every day is you eat, right? You do it
Yeah,
three
you have to
times a day.
consume it too. So I think people think about the health aspect as well.
Yeah, like,
the way you eat.
you can be healthy on a plant-based diet, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, 100%.
And let's say whenever you go to a restaurant, you kind of always have an option to choose something else,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So you don't really have to make a particular switch in your head. You just have to say, well, I'll just choose the plant-based option because logically that just means I don't want an animal to be harmed for me, right?
Yeah.
I have a question.
Sure.
So, and plants are also living. We could eat those and be vegan.
Yeah.
But who says they're not hurting just because we kill them?
Oh, plants are not sentient. They don't have a subjective experience of life.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. It's just a weird concept to me that they're also living and breathing. And
They're
and
not
function-
breathing. No.
Yeah, photosynthesis.
Well, they're not breathing in the same way we're breathing. They don't have a lung. They don't have the organs. They don't have a brain. They don't have a central nervous system. They don't have an experience of life. They're just a chemical reaction that turns CO2 into oxygen, right?
Mm-hmm.
But they're not actually like you could say, yeah, my lung does that. Do you
Cause
think?
thoughts and
Do you think?
whatnot.
Do you think, like, for example, if you have let's say you need a kidney transplant, and they remove one kidney from you, do you think that it's unethical to take that kidney and put it in a lab or something? Because it's a kidney, it's a living thing.
Yeah.
It's not, right? Because it's not the fact that they're alive that matters. It's the fact that they experience life that matters. That the fact that somewhere in their head there is somebody. They experience that, just like we are. Like this idea that we call a soul. I think the religions call it the soul, or this kind of thing, right?
Yeah.
It's this experience of life. That's what matters.
Yeah.
You matter to. Like, I don't think you care what shape your body is in, right? Like, if you were in the shape of a cow now, would you think all of a sudden that you matter less because you were in the shape of a cow?
Yeah, probably not.
Probably not, right? So they're not as intelligent as us, I'll give you that, but definitely their life matters to them as much as our life matters to us.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
So we shouldn't be doing this to them
Yeah.
because of that reason.
Can I ask one more question?
Sure, please go ahead.
So you're a vegan, you said,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So what's the difference between vegetarian and vegan, and how is vegan more protective of animal rights?
Yeah. So that's a good question. Vegetarian usually means they don't consume meat,
Yeah.
and maybe fish.
Okay.
Because people for some reason don't call that meat, but it's still meat. Yeah. Being vegan means it's not about food; it's about the animals. It's a moral principle where you say animals should not be exploited.
Okay.
So as a consequence of that, you don't eat their flesh. You don't eat dairy, eggs, all of these,
Okay.
because in the production of those, animals are exploited. They're harmed. They're killed. They're treated like objects.
Uh-huh.
So being vegan is to animals what being a feminist is to women. It just means respecting the rights.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah. So if we lived in a world where women were killed for food, or some women were killed for food, being a feminist would also have like a dietary aspect to it, right? So,
Okay.
yeah.
Alright.
Let me give you guys some cards. Thank you for stopping by.
Yeah. Great conversation.
I'll just do one thing. There's a documentary here called Dominion. They show you what animals go through. Can you give that a watch?
Sure.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah, check
is
it
it
out.
free?
Yeah,
To
it's
watch?
free. Everything is free on that card. There's no money being charged or anything. You have
Nice.
resources there to help you out.
Yeah.
But the reason why I want you to ask is just to get informed about what animals actually go through, and you get to make decisions if you want to be part of it or not.
Yeah.
Okay.
But one thing I ask is just so that you're honest with yourself and for the animals themselves, until you watch it, that you don't consume any animal products. Can you do that?
Okay. We can try with that, yeah.
Yeah. we could
Yeah.
try.
Appreciate you.
All right.
That's it.
Sounds
While you're
good.
in Amsterdam, there's a bunch of amazing vegan restaurants. I'll
Yeah,
tell
I'm
you
sure,
guys.
yeah.
And don't worry about your bikes. If you're in the center and I guess do they have the rental thing on them?
They have
There's
the
the
rental
wheel
thing,
lock and then
the wheel lock, and the other lock that you can tie to a pole.
But they have the rental thing set on them.
the number and stuff. The
Yeah. Okay. Then also tie them to something
Okay.
in the center. Yeah, the rental bikes do get stolen a little bit more,
Okay.
but as
Okay.
long as you lock it to something, there's no need to worry.
Amazing.
All right.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you so
Cheers.
much.
Have a good
Great
one.
conversation.
Chip.
Cheers.
See ya.
Have a good one. Well, at least they ask some questions or anything, right? I think I'm almost done. I just wanted to do 2 hours today. I think I've told everyone that I've been feeling a little bit weird recently, and I don't wanna push myself too much. How people should react. Yeah, I agree. I hope everyone's enjoyed these conversations, and I've been calm, I've been collected, and that's what I'm going for from now on. I might be spicy one of the coming days because I feel like I need to be a bit spicy, but that's what we want to do, you know. How about drink to the word Amsterdam? Drink to the word Amsterdam. You want to do that game, Lynn? Every time I say Amsterdam, you drink. Amsterdam, 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 Amsterdam. I'm gonna get fucking drunk to shit. Well, here I am in Amsterdam, and if you wanna Amsterdam drink Amsterdam, then Amsterdam will be a good Amsterdam to Amsterdam. Amsterdam, Amsterdam. Let's see. Let's see you guys drink. You get water poisoning. If plants don't have feelings, then explain Venus flytraps. Well, Venus flytraps are it's a mechanism. If plants don't have feelings, then explain how this thing moves. If a bike doesn't have feelings, then explain why is it that when I put pressure on the pedal, it moves forward. That's exactly it, huh?
Hello.
You guys want to have a conversation?
A little bit.
That's in English though.
There's no problem, can try.
I am live on YouTube. Are you okay being live on YouTube?
Sorry?
I am live on YouTube. Are you okay being live on YouTube?
For this time.
For this time? Okay. You wanna come? Here's the interview?
I have a short message for everybody.
Short
The whole
message.
world.
Sure. Can you come a little bit closer though? Yeah, nice. What's your name?
My name is Edwin.
Edwin. I'm Chip. Nice to meet you, Edwin.
Okay.
I'm Edwin. I'm here to fight for the animals. I'm an animal rights activist. How do you feel about animals?
I like animals.
Yeah. Should we treat animals like objects or should we treat them like individuals?
Sorry, my English is not so good.
That's fine. My question is, let's say, if there is no need for us to cause harm to an animal, should we harm an animal? Should
Harm
we,
them.
yeah, like cause them pain or kill them? Or
Yeah, it's not good.
It's not good.
That's the reason I don't eat meat.
You don't eat meat? No, lovely. Is that for the animals?
Yeah, for the love of God. God asked me, would you let stand the meat? And I do.
So what about the dairy products though, the eggs and all of that? Because they also harm animals, harm and kill animals.
Klopt. I don't eat eggs.
Eggs. Also no dairy products, no cheese or milk and stuff like that? A little bit?
Little. Not milk, not yogurt, no.
But have you seen what cows go through for that?
Hmm?
Have you seen what cows go through for the milk?
No.
Why do cows produce milk? Why do they make milk?
Yeah.
It's for their babies.
Yeah, I know, I understand. I know the story.
Yeah, so you know that they get forcefully impregnated. Their babies are taken away from them. Their babies are killed if they're male because they don't produce milk. And the females are killed when their milk production declines, which is at the quarter of their natural lifespan. I would say that milk is way more cruel to animals than meat ever is, because for meat at least animals get killed, but for milk, animals get repeatedly raped and have their babies taken from them.
Yeah, it's not good.
It's not good, huh?
Okay. May I tell something about a little message for everybody?
If it's about God, I'd rather you do not, because I'm not religious and I'm actually anti-religion, so.
This is one sentence.
Sure.
Okay. I want to tell a message of God that God said, internet is Satan's, stop it, worship God.
Sure. Let me give you a card. I disagree, but let me give you a card. Thank you for stopping by. Oh shit, I'm on the card. I'll just give you. This is where you can see what animals go through and you can make choices for yourself, okay?
But you don't use internet.
You don't use internet at all? Oh yeah, then it's useless.
When
Huh?
you come up, I stand.
Yeah,
look at
yeah.
it. Oh.
That's fine, no worries, but no worries. Thank you, have a good one. Respect animals, okay? I'm here for the animals. It's good, no worries. Have a good one. Internet is not Satanist, everyone. Don't believe that shit. I'm sorry, that's bullshit. What the fuck? Good on him for boycotting the internet. Bad reason to boycott. That's true, God did say internet is Satan. I think it's in the quarantine. Come on, guys. Sean Red, that's funny. Are they leather shoes on Jumper Man? I don't know, man. Yeah. She belongs to Satan. Why not? He was tall, yeah. It was typical Dutch, huh? I'm a short guy, man. I'm a short king here. I'm 5'10", 5'11", and I'm a short king. Can't believe it. You know, when I was young, I grew up and most people were shorter than me. Well, I was the short guy, and then I grew tall over 1 year, and then I became the tallest. Oh, here you go. How old are you guys? 17. Ah, you can't be on camera. It's fine. He was so tall he could be double Dutch. It's all that praying, huh? Because, you know, when you're praying, you're on your knees. So he had to reach everything so on his knees. So whenever he would stand up, he would just be much taller. I'm sorry, that's a bad joke. That's a really bad joke. Okay. Okay, I'll do 5 more minutes here with you and then I'm gonna go. I'll be back, everyone. I'll be back on Friday. This week it's just Friday, because Saturday we're doing the experiment with the aliens, and on Saturday we're doing the alien experiment, which I might make a video about. He's so tall he's already in heaven. That's funny. And that's also a good one. I like that. That's funny, bro. Who said that? Subaru. That's a funny one. Bravo. God is the code that compels reality. The devil is an agent of that reality. His job is to test the ego for pride. Well, then I guess you should be vegan and don't let your ego stand in the way. Yeah. Yeah. Also, I'm on this week. I'm going to Romania. So at the end of the week on Sunday. So it will be not for long, for a couple of days. I want to make a video. So I want to make a video where one of those trip videos. I've never done them where I kind of show. He's so tall. He smoked too many chemtrails. Good. That's a good one. It's a good one, really. Just like a day in the life where I show you kind of how my trip is, kind of how Romania is, maybe a little bit. Maybe I'll do a live stream there to show you a little bit of Romania, just like for. Maybe we'll try to do some outreach also there. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how it feels. But I'll be back again. So this week we'll do twice, and next week also probably just twice. But afterwards we'll be back to normal. You are now obsessed with yourself and YouTube. Not about veganism anymore. Nah, not at all. I'm not obsessed. It never was about veganism, was it? It was always about justice. And yeah, it's my YouTube channel. What's so bad about making it about myself from time to time, huh? Some people like seeing the things that I'm up for, and some people care about my opinion, and I do think sometimes I give good opinions. Go get yourself a steak, you'll feel better. Well, I don't go rape a cow, you'll feel better. I don't know, bro. I'm not that type of person. It seems like you are, and that's fine. I mean, that's not fine for the cow. You just are the type of person who thinks violating the rights of somebody else is fine as long as you feel better, but I'm not that type of person. We're all Satan little cloud. We are proud and make Satan very happy. What the fuck are you guys talking about? I guess these two were like one of those people who, because he had a briefcase. I should realize that when people walk around with a briefcase, then they're probably agents of Christianity or something. It was always about being popular on YouTube and making so much money from all the sponsorship you get with animal rights. Renee, thank you so much for that. W's in the chat for Renee. Yeah, I make so much money, Renee. I'm swimming in it. So much. I'm swimming so much in money and clout and all that, isn't it? No, but honestly, I feel like being a bit more popular could help the movement. So I also want to go down that route. If YouTube didn't have this problem with live streams, and live streams would just help you grow the channel as it did like last year, that would have been something very good. But this year, YouTube you no longer grow so much with streams and with everything I do. And today I worked on 32 videos to plan so that I don't work on them while I'm in Romania. So I wish YouTube would still bring that back so that I can focus more on that. But unfortunately, not the case. No, it's in this way. Some people were walking were walking like this to not be on camera. That's kind of funny because the camera is this way. I wish I didn't have to do all that stuff. I wish I would just come here, do animal rights activism, and be done with it. But unfortunately, it's not the case, is it? That's not the case. But thank you so much, Renee. And we got some W's in the chat for Renee, right? Because we gotta give Renee the W's that he deserves. He's a W type of guy. And I think there was another person who see corruption real. Thank you for that. I ain't a troll, but I am half on this topic. I didn't see it. Corruption real. If you have some comments, corruption real, let me know, because I'll gladly answer them. Oh shit, I'm trying to go back to the chat. I'm sorry. I was just checking out the fan funding. Well, I actually made it to the live. Hey Chip, Allison, I'm gonna go. You made it to the end. But yeah, nice to see you here, Allison. Bulanjiwale. That's funny. That's funny. That's a funny insult. I don't even know where that insult. That's a Romanian insult. I don't even know where it comes from. I'm gonna look up the etymology. Thoughts on pescatarian as a transition to vegan? Thank you for the donation. First of all, for the super chat. Thoughts on pescatarian as a transition to vegan? First of all, by the way, you can ask me questions now without having to super chat. I appreciate the super chat, but just letting you know. Thoughts on pescatarians? Well, I do think fish and cows shouldn't be exploited. I don't think there's any single, like, I feel like we need to stop looking at this as all of the things at once, right? We need to stop seeing this as, well, oh, it's so difficult for me to make all these choices, right? Because when you think that way, then it becomes difficult, right? It becomes this idea of, oh shit, I'm changing everything. It's who I am. It may not even be who you are, right? Like, the food you eat may not actually define you. What I'm trying to explain is, the way I think you should see it more is that you should see it as one choice at a time. So every time you make a choice, for example, when it comes to food, clothing, entertainment, everything else, if you know for a fact that that choice is exploiting an innocent animal to death, or an innocent human to death for that matter, and you know you have an alternative, then how can you possibly justify choosing to exploit an innocent animal to death, right? So when it comes to being a pescatarian, I would look at it the same way, or a vegetarian for that matter. I would look at it the same way. Obviously, you can say that looking back, it's obviously better to do something rather than nothing. But every time you make that choice, you're still violating the rights of an innocent animal. And I don't know about you, but if I was in the shoes of that animal, I wouldn't find any solace or any form of relief knowing that, oh, they're only gonna kill me and then they're gonna stop, right? I would be like, wait, that's kind of fucked. Why don't you just stop and not kill me, right? Like, why are you stopping after you kill me? Why not stop before you kill me, right? So that's the whole deal about it, isn't it? Like, while taking steps towards veganism is better than not doing anything at all, we can't possibly justify the steps, is what I'm trying to say, right? We can't possibly justify choosing to exploit even a fish or even a cow even once for every choice. And instead of looking at this as a whole thing, as a now I'm this or now I'm that, what I've been trying to say is take it one day at a time, take it one choice at a time. And every choice you're making, try to make sure that it's the right one. And if you're in a position where maybe you don't find any plant-based products or something, then ask yourself, can I wait until I find some plant-based products? Is it really justified for me right now to violate the rights of an innocent animal? If I were in their shoes, like if somebody put a gun to my head right now, would I want to be the one killed? Would I understand it that, hey, okay, this person has no other choice, right? Like, try to think a little bit on the victims and take it one day at a time. It's a very important thing, Because I think a lot of what stops a lot of people along the way is this idea of all or nothing. And instead of seeing as all or nothing, just take it one day at a time, one step at a time, and try to make the choices that feel right for you. And if at some point you no longer crave animal products, you no longer feel like you need them, that's fine. You can call yourself vegan, you can call yourself whatever you want. But don't. I mean, it depends on what works for you, right? But that's what works for me a lot. That's what, like, you can also obviously have this switch in your head and say, well, I want to be seen as that person who doesn't exploit animals. And in that matter, being a pescatarian or a vegetarian doesn't really matter because you're still exploiting animals. But I think the right way to approach it is, at least if you're new to this, is to start a day at a time. If you're new to this, and just keep consuming vegan content, because then you'll understand it better. And once you make that switch, you can say, well, now I'm this, right? I don't know if that helped you. I hope that helped you. I hope that answered your question to some extent, because I tried to be. Hi.
Ja, jij bent toch van die dierenleed, toch?
Yeah. This one guy stops me. He's like, he saw me online. You're fighting for animal rights, huh? He said it in Dutch, though. Cute top. Thank you. I actually got this one in San Diego when when I used to travel for work. Man, I still remember that San Diego trip. Best San Diego trip I ever had. 2 weeks. Everything was paid by my work. I didn't have to worry about anything. I stayed in the center of San Diego, and I remember just buying cherries every day. Fuck yeah. Every day, go to work, come back, buy cherries, go to the beach, smoke weed, and repeat. Wake up, gym, work, cherries, repeat. Fuck, that was a good time. San Diego. Oh, I also did obviously some sightseeing, some snorkeling, because you can do that in San Diego. That was pretty cool. Looking more and more anemic every video. Yeah, I'm sure you want to believe that. That's okay. Motivated reasoning is a strong thing in a lot of people. Sounds great. Yeah, Martin. And they had those cherries. I don't know if you guys had those. We have them. When I grew up in Romania, we have all sorts of cherries. You know, we have the sour cherries, the ones that Vishna, we call them. It's for some reason you can't find them in other places. Like they're made in a lot of places, but you can't find them. You find those sort of end of May. Very, very good. Did you have In-N-Out? No, of course not. I don't. I was plant-based back then. Then we have those cherries. I couldn't find those there, but we have the cherries that come before these cherries, I think, which are yellow cherries. I don't know if you guys have ever had yellow cherries, or well, they're kind of orangey or something. Fuck me, they're like this big. They're like, and they're big and the pit is small. Ooh, those fruit. I grew up having those. Man, those are good. And I found those in San Diego, and I was like, holy shit, those are good. They were expensive, but my work was paying for them, so I didn't care. When trolls realize that there are really no valid arguments against vegans, they get ridiculous and personal. Yeah, well, I've been talking about nothing over here, haven't I? Sounds like a relaxing trip. It was pretty good. It was a pretty good trip, yeah. It was also good because it was my first trip where I was alone. I traveled alone for the first time. It was for work, but I traveled alone for the first time. And I liked it. Have you thought about streaming on the other platform? You mean like, I've been thinking about like, what's the other one that's very used? What other platforms are there? What's the other streaming platform that's very used? I'm spacing out on the name right now. Twitch, yeah. I don't really use Twitch. Twitch, yeah. Is cherries code for ladies? No. I had a long-term girlfriend then, and I respected her, and I wouldn't do anything to violate her trust. I've never seen yellow cherries. I have seen yellow raspberries once at a farmer's market. Yellow raspberry is also good, yeah. We didn't have those when I was young, but I know them, yeah. I mean, we rarely had a Twitch. I've been thinking about streaming to Twitch, like maybe like some gaming content, or like maybe watching some things together. I don't know. Do you mean loquats? No, not loquats. Actual cherries, yeah. I'm not making a TikTok contest, Tone. No, Tone. I've been thinking about streaming to TikTok also, but I need another phone, and I don't have another phone. When I'll have money to buy another phone, obviously secondhand, I'll do that. The other phone that I had before, I sold it so that I can buy so I can buy this phone. Yes, that's why they have canine teeth, just like you have canine teeth. Yeah, bro, if you think these can bite into meat, then you're loco. Canines can be for all sorts of reasons. They don't have to be for eating necessarily. In fact, a lot of the carnivores, they don't just have canines, they have all the teeth are sharp. The reason why we have canines is more likely for self-defense, right? Because since we evolved from well, Homo heidelbergensis, but I don't remember the name of the animal before that. Let's just say a type of ape. We're still apes now, but it was another type of ape. You can do it from laptop and use app capture and OBS. Anna and Jim have crappy laptops. Yeah, but I would have to have the laptop open now and somehow do it that way, right? But either way, regardless, right? Like the whole idea of the teeth being for eating flesh, why? We have, all you need to know is that we have empirical evidence showing that you can be healthy on a plant-based diet. So this idea that our teeth are made for this or that, who gives a shit? It's like saying, well, my fist is made, look, my fist is perfect for punching people. Doesn't mean I should punch people. My fist was made for punching people. What are you talking about? Have you seen hippopotamus canine? Yeah, they're big, huh? And they eat plants, exactly. Because canines aren't necessarily. It is by their very nature that they are our food. Oh, wow, I don't even know what that's supposed to mean. That's just a flowery way of saying something wrong, because you don't need to exploit them, and you can thrive without exploiting them. So just don't exploit them. Hippos don't eat plants. Yeah, they do. Hippos eat plants. Hippos are herbivores, right? Correct me if I'm wrong. So, Tone or Soy Daddy, Tone or Renee, hippos or Jacqueline or some vegan person. Hippos are herbivorous, right? The teleology of teeth, though, yeah. Okay, let's end the poll. I forgot about the poll. So, should animals be considered morally? 44% people, yes, I should be vegan. Hell yeah. 26% said I'm new here. What's going on? Well, we're just speaking about people whether they should respect the rights of animals. 70% say only the animals that I like. Well, that's kind of discriminatory, huh? Only the ones that I like. The rest, fuck them. And some say no, I'm insecure and they must pay. Well, 13% think know that they're insecure. At least you're grown up enough to know that you're insecure. It's in your biology. Nah, there's no biology that says that you have to eat animal products. The fact that we can move our jaws side by side and can't tear apart raw flesh should tell you all you need to know. I don't even care about that, Anik. Like all that's bullshit. Doesn't matter. We have data. Plenty of data showing that you can thrive on a plant-based diet. Doesn't matter what your body is supposed to be. There's no supposed to do anything. The reason why we as humans have always prevailed is because of our capacity to adapt. Adaptability is our superpower, not intelligence. It's adaptability. And adaptability comes with understanding new forms and new ideas and adapting them. And this is the new idea that I'm trying to explain to you. We don't need to exploit animals, and in doing so, we're not just harming the animals, but we're also harming ourselves. So stop it. Hippos will eat carcasses. Does that count as roadkill? Yeah, fair enough. We evolved to eat meat. The change isn't overnight, dumbass. We did not evolve to eat meat. No. We evolved eating meat, and we evolved the capacity to eat meat. But we also know now that you can also make the argument that we evolved to be healthier while not consuming meat, since that's what the data shows, and since we evolved to this point. So if we evolved to this point, and the data shows that we can thrive on a plant-based diet, then we evolved to thrive on a plant-based diet. We evolved to thrive on a plant-based diet. See, there you go. I made a logical inference that's similar to yours. There's no evidence meat made humans evolve. Yeah, I mean, there's some arguments being said that we could get more nutrients in, but again, that's not the issue nowadays anyway, so it doesn't matter. Okay, I think I'm gonna go. Look at the beautiful Amsterdam Canal here in the back. This is the view behind me, and this is what people are seeing every time they come here. Then they take photos. It's a pretty canal. Amsterdam is quite pretty. Yeah. So thank you so much, everyone, for being here. I want to give a shout out to Sabby Coops. Sabby, you were the first one to comment on the stream last time. And for people who don't know, we give shout outs to people who comment on the streams. And the first person to comment after the stream ends gets a shout out. Sabby Coops was the first. Looks like similar weather to Bristol. Yeah. So that's one. I want to give a shout out to Martin for being the first to chat, to comment on the chat. So thank you for that, Martin, to be the first person in the chat to say something. And I want to give a shout out for Linda for being the first person to find the secret number in the thumbnail, because I also hide the secret number in the thumbnails. And the first person who finds it gets a shout out. So thank you for that. But I also want to say thank you for all the moderators. Thank you for all the super chats and everyone supporting the channel. I really do appreciate all that. All of you triggered people, all of you non-vegans who are triggered or don't like what I say. Remember, this isn't about me. This is about the animal rights, and everything that I say, please fact check me. And if you think that I'm saying something that is not factual, please provide data, and I'm willing to change my mind. This isn't about, I love changing my mind about things. I genuinely love it being proven wrong. So if you can ever prove me wrong using data and obviously quality empirical data, then I have no problem. Anything else? Well, I think that's it. And as I said, I'll be back probably on Friday, and tomorrow maybe some Discord outreach. I don't know yet. We'll see. It's complicated because I want to fix my brain. I want to be better. It was a little bit hard last week for some reason. To take care. Exactly, Linda. I want to take care. But yeah, animals are tasty. Yeah, maybe. Humans might also be tasty. We wouldn't exploit and kill them, though, would we? I'm gonna leave you with this little view for a second, and as I keep packing up, maybe you're enjoying the view. It's a really nice view. It feels almost static, doesn't it? When there's a lot of stuff happening left and right. I don't think I ever swam in this canal in particular, but I did swim in a lot of canals, and it's a good place to swim. So,